And good evening and welcome to Jerry Eskew Gymnasium, home of the Jackson Christian Lady Eagles, and we are in for an exciting night of basketball. Had a tough loss with the Sacred Heart boys. White Knuckler came right down to the last, and we had the lead, and unfortunately a young man who's a very good player, Malachi Chavis, was able to squeak one in against some good defense by the Eagles. I'm Coach Joe Holloway, and you are watching this show on the BallGame Blitz TV show and network. This is the Great American Sports pregame show brought to you by Ben Vargason, the owner of Great American Sports, along with his number one man that helps him, Wesley Freeman. And, of course, this is produced by Worthy Road Studios, and it's on the Jackson Christian High School Facebook page live, and it will be archived in perpetuity tonight. I like that word. That means you're going to be able to see it forever. My sidekick, and he's really more than a sidekick. He could coach. He could do play-by-play if he had to. He can also coach the devil, and I hate to use that word, but he can coach the devil out of here in baseball and football too, and we want the devil out of here anyway. Brian Bullard is here. Brian, I'm looking forward to some basketball.
Absolutely, Coach. You mentioned we were together Friday in just a boys' game, and I believe the last time we were together for the girls' game was the TCA game. And, our girls did some good stuff in that game. We know the task that you have to face against those girls and their seniors and really good players they have. And we battled and challenged them and had a few days off, some time to practice. And we're excited to be here tonight against the Tipton Rosemark team.
Oh, absolutely. A great basketball game going to happen tonight. Our girls need some action. Now, we've got some injuries. We'll tell you more about them a little later. And we just got through with a great play. I always want to mention it. Got a chance to see some of it, and it was good. No, it was better than good. It was great. The speech and drama and theater department here always does a good job, and we try to keep you appraised. Our former football player here, I need to get this. Somebody asked today. Matter of fact, they asked me out in the lobby. Said, what's Josh Aldridge doing? Well, he's no longer at Liberty. He is there with his former head coach, Hugh Freeze, back now as head coach again. He is a defensive assistant for him. And one day Josh will be a head coach. I know y'all have talked to Josh too before.
Absolutely. Coach Palmer stays in touch with him almost daily, and he's got those guys coached up for the bowl game. And then after the bowl game, made a tough decision. I know he loved Liberty, and his family loved being there. But it's hard to pass up the SEC coach, and I think coaching maybe outside linebackers or linebackers, something like that. Having one of our own at Auburn, that's big, Coach, and that's big for him and his family. And I believe, too, if Josh wants to be a head coach, that a few years there, however long, maybe not even that long, he'll be leading the program. And so that's very exciting for him, and we're pulling for him. And I don't know about saying War Eagle, but we can root for Josh, and it's exciting to have him there, absolutely.
Saying War Eagle is a little hard. Well, there's another Jacksonian. He is Professor Emeritus Dr. Dennis Wilson. But up until this year, and I don't know if he's going to continue because he's retired, he's older than I am, he and his crew from the Health Physical Education Department were the head of their stat crew. Plus, Dr. Wilson was the voting member and a committee member of many NCAA committees for Auburn University to the NCAA. So two Jacksonians well represented down there, but we're extremely proud because I've known Josh, got to call some of his games when he played.
Yep.
And he was a Tiger. And, of course, he, just like Darby Palmer, both went to Harding, not Harding Academy, but Harding University. I get that question all the time, too. What are you looking for tonight before we take our first break?
I'm interested to see how we bounce back tonight, have some time off between games and some really good work at practice, and just to see. I did talk to Blakely today. She's trying to get her hand ready, and she told me she thought she'd be back around March, probably end of the year, getting ready to go into travel ball. So hopefully she'll be ready to go fully healed and be able to have a really good offseason and get back with us. But, Carly Holt, hate that for her. She was back at school today. Really good to see her, trying to lift her spirits up. I don't know if she'll be here tonight. You got Gibson still in the boot. So, Coach, we're banged up. But one thing you know about Coach Hughes and know about these girls is they're going to come out and play hard, and I don't expect anything less tonight.
Well, you know, in Boykin's case, I got to talk to Gage. I started to say Grant, but Grant is the dad, and it looks like, and again, we're saying it looks like things are a little better than we thought. It's just going to take her some time to get back. She will be back unless they found something major in the MRI before the season. We can use her because we had things going quite well. We actually need all of our players, and of course we're waiting. Now, is Riley Bradford even going to try it this year?
No, sir. From what I know, and don't quote me on it 100%, but I've heard that they want to make sure that she's 100% ready to go, and she might be a case kind of like Blakely where she is trying to get ready for off-season basketball and get ready for next year.
Well, she's a great player, and the only negative thing I can say is we lose the one and only Trinity Brooks who could do it all. I wouldn't have been surprised if she had been a cheerleader at one time. Mm-hmm. But I tell you what we better do so we can talk some more basketball. Brian can give you the starting lineups. They're having the coaches meeting right now, and Tony's done pulled out one of his dapper sport coats. Now, if he doesn't have his regular coaching shirt on, let me tell you what, he knows how to style and profile now.
That's right.
He can dress. But we're going to take a time out here on Worthy Road Studios, the BallGame Blitz, and Jackson Christian's Facebook right now.
The BallGame Blitz Sports Network by Worthy Road Studios. With over 750,000 views in 2022, we are where you need to advertise. Please subscribe to our Worthy Road Studios YouTube channel and join the other 4,000 subscribers watching local sports, including Union University, USJ, TCA, Jackson Christian, and Peabody. Our multi-camera broadcasts include slow motion instant replay, on-screen scoreboard and graphics, and professional announcers. Thanks to our sponsors who make it all possible. BallGame Blitz Sports Network by Worthy Road Studios, the premier sports broadcast network in West Tennessee.
The news says Gen Z is struggling. I've got news for them.
I wait tables, but last week I built a field hospital.
I put out a forest fire.
I stopped 1,000 attackers.
And a natural disaster.
I've saved lives.
And led a team on patrol.
I serve.
Well, I go to school full-time.
While I work full-time.
The greater the challenge, the stronger we become.
Looking for a new and exciting career? At Jackson State Community College, we offer nationally recognized, top-rated programs designed to greenlight your career for success. With courses available in the health sciences, nursing, computer technology, and much more, your next step towards a career starts here at Jackson State. Learn how Jackson State Community College can greenlight your future at greenlightyourfuture.com.
King Jewelers is not your typical run-of-the-mill jewelry store. Grover is a certified jeweler with 35 years experience. This isn't just a jewelry store. It's an iconic symbol of love. How far would you go for love? King Jewelers, 16B Conrad Drive, Jackson.
Serving the Jackson area for over 20 years. Carlock Nissan and Carlock Prestige, the name you can count on. Carlock Automotive, Van Drive, Jackson.
Do you want your smile to say it all? At Elite Dental Care, we'll make you and your family feel comfortable and secure with a variety of services and state-of-the-art care. We offer sedation dentistry that will make your time in the dental chair comfortable and relaxed. Come by and see our newly renovated and expanded office in Jackson, or one of our other convenient locations in Trenton or Dyersburg. Trust your smile with Elite Dental Care, and let your smile say it all.
We are back here at Jerry Eskew Gymnasium. Brian Bullard, Coach Joe Holloway to bring you the Tipton Rosemark Rebels versus the Jackson Christian Lady Eagles in an important district contest. And this one is important. We need to get back going again. We've had a couple of tough losses in a row, and then the bad part of it is, though, Brian, we got to go on the road for our last 3 games.
Yeah, enjoy a couple more at home, and then I think we will get TCA back at home, and then, but like you said, we'll be kind of road warriors there to end the season. So always love being here, love the fans and atmosphere, and just excited tonight and get to enjoy some basketball.
Absolutely. I see the venerable one himself, or at least that looks like him from this distance. I'd rather get one of our good Worthy Road Studio shots of him, but that looks like Skip Jones down there. The other 2 younger officials started officiating after I had left the coaching ranks and even left doing those one-year things to help schools that were needing a little help getting their program back together. Really nice young man. We'll tell you more about him that coaches Tipton Rosemark. It's Bryant Wilkinson. And, of course, our always well-dressed, even in coaching shirts, Tony Schutz down there on the floor. That's the 2 guys with their back to us. I know that one thing, the clock is in good hands because the one and only, the man that needs a little sun glare black on top of his head right now, but we love him to death. Rob Phillips is down there. And I tease the guys just like I've got Tim Allen over in Memphis. He's coaching at Bartlett, and Tim's one of my players. I got more hair than Tim does, and he doesn't shave his. Anyway, going to be a great contest tonight. We'll be going to another commercial set in a few moments. Coach, anything the fans really need to look for other than us adjusting to a new starting lineup?
I do know tonight is for Coach Schutz. He's got his Future Lady Eagles night, and I believe what that is, if I'm not mistaken, 4th through 8th grade girls. They'll be behind our bench. I think they'll go into the locker room with the girls. I saw some tables set up for some snacks and some things like that. So Coach Schutz is really trying to recruit the hallways and the elementary and making sure he grows the basketball program. And I think that's a big thing, getting girls excited and looking forward to that tonight. Hopefully have a few more faces in the stands and just something if you get a shot behind the bench, be cool to see those young girls. We tell our guys all the time, you don't understand how much young kids look up to you unless they just come and tell you. And most of the time that's not going to happen. But they're being watched all the time. My son is 7, and he talks to all these guys and talks about them all the time. So just a really good thing Coach Schutz is trying to do for his program.
Well, I like what Tony does. And Charles Barkley, whether you realize it or not, you are a role model. These girls, there are little lady eagles in elementary school that want to be like these young ladies. The same thing with the gentlemen. I already hear them. Sometimes I sit, if we're not doing a game, sit over there close to where Bill Wheatley, who is one of the supervisors of officials, only I sit on the front row, and usually Reagan's parents are here. Originally, Reagan's grandparents, his parents are always here. Lord, I think they got a permanent spot over there in the bleachers. But you get to hear these little kids, and they want to be like such and such, and you know, got a boy I heard the other night, well, I want to be like Aiden Shaw because he can get up there. And the kid used the word elevate. We are teaching well here at Jackson Christian.
Apparently.
A first grader with the word elevate?
Yeah, I don't know. That's awesome.
And great things are happening here. Of course, Coach Bullard, very kind to be here as part of our broadcast because he and Chase McLean and Todd Lumley, they got a baseball team to put out there. We're going to do some baseball. Jennifer is working with the softball. And, Coach, who's going to help Jennifer this year? Because Coach Phillips is not going to get to do that.
There's the guy out of Madonna that's joining her. I believe his name is Trey Jemerson, and he's well known in the softball community here, and he's going to be her assistant.
That's impressive. I know of Trey. Tell you what we're going to do so we can get prepared. And I didn't get a chance to get my nachos, but go down there. If you're listening, some of you are on the phone, go see our friend, I guarantee you. Walker Ray's not in there, but his daddy Chuck is. We're going to take a time out right here on Worthy Road Studios.
Great American Sports. Make sports an addiction. Located at 125B Old Hickory Boulevard, East in Jackson. We specialize in teen sports for youth leagues, schools, and churches. We can embroider and screen print team uniforms. We also have sports equipment, Under Armour, and Adidas clothing, and anything else you need for your teen sports. You can email or call us for all your teen sports needs. Great American Sports. Make sports an addiction.
Thompson & Smith, the area's premier independent insurance brokerage, has been serving families and businesses in the region through its founding companies since 1927. With their many insurance company partners, Thompson & Smith provides insurance products for family, home and auto, contractors, retailers, restaurants, manufacturers, medical and dental clinics, as well as any other business or organization seeking quality coverage, risk management expertise and customer-focused service. Call them today to discuss your insurance needs.
This could be a true story. On October 3rd, a 2003 hatchback struck and killed a deer that goes by the name Buck. I know, right? He now has Buck's head proudly displayed on his living room wall. He tells a different story.
Shot it.
No, he didn't.
And to hide his lie, he took his car to Mitchell's body shop.
No, I didn't.
Yes, he did. And lucky for him, they made it look good as new. And as for Buck, the story continues.
The name you can count on. Carlock Automotive, Van Drive, Jackson.
Hey, this is Chuck Walker with Southeastern Termite and Pest Control. If you live in West Tennessee, you have a need for the services we offer. We treat for all types of pests, including bedbugs, brown recluse spiders, and other hard-to-treat pests. You don't have to spend thousands and thousands of dollars to encapsulate a crawl space. Give us a call to hear how to achieve the same thing and save thousands. Southeastern Termite and Pest Control can handle all of your termite and pest control needs, wood, fungus, and moisture barriers, real estate closing letters, and so much more. Southeastern, 731-660-1052.
And we are back here. You got to hear the end of one of the great songs in America. And here's Brian Bullard.
Starting for Lady Rebels, number 3, Alexis Phillips.
Number 12, Lizzie Crow.
Number 12, sophomore Lizzie Crow.
Number 15, Zadie Reber.
Number 15, 8th grader, Zadie Reburn.
Number 2, Allie Willis.
Number 2, sophomore Allie Willis. And the final starter for the Lady Rebels. Looks like number 21, Alice Ziegler. She's a junior. Lady Rebels coached by Bryant Wilkinson, assistant coach Logan Thompson, assistant coach Rachel Lee.
And now here are the starters for the Lady
And now
Eagles.
the starters for the Lady Eagles.
Number 4,
Starting at forward, number 4, Lily Barnes. Starting at guard, number 11, Taylor Baines. Starting at guard, the lone senior, number 15, Trinity Brooks. Starting at forward, number 22, Elena Yarbrough. And the final starter for your Lady Eagles tonight, she's a guard, number 34, Tess Little. Lady Eagles coached by Tony Schutz, assistant coach Kim Watson, Kristen Moore, and Coach Haley Janis.
What a lineup tonight of coaches, players. Want to thank Tipton Rosemark for bringing us their away roster, because normally on your websites and sometimes they send out the home roster. Well, we got the away one, and they were kind enough, Brian. We have a home roster when we go down there. We will be going there. Some familiar faces in the crowd tonight, one of them being Rachel Lee, who was a star here at Jackson Christian and played 4 years for Christian Brothers University. She is an assistant. Now, she doesn't teach, but for me, what was exciting is her mother was the best six-man probably, other than her and Valinda Comer were probably the two best I ever had in my entire coaching career, and what a job they did. Her mother was Leslie Brassfield when she played in high school. Here's Yarbrough to jump for us. Skip Jones will throw it up, and we're playing some basketball now. Right idea, Elena. If somebody else had touched it, you could have picked it up, but she does get 2 hits on it. Tipton Rosemark with the basketball first. running a little bit of an overload, and we're going to go into the backcourt. It's knocked away, but Barnes and Tess Little, and there's a travel. Thought Tess did a good job. Her grandmother, if she's not here, is watching tonight. We want to say hello to her.
Good defense there by Lady Eagles, forcing the turnover early.
And it looks like, Ryan, we're going to see a 2-3 zone out of Tipton Rosemark, who come into this contest 3 wins, 11 losses, 1-3 in the district. Of course, we're 13-5, a nice record, but 1-2 in the district, and we're working to improve it. Skip pass. Baines up off the back of the iron. Rebound comes down to Phillips for them. And they're going to move it around the horn. Of course, we're in our traditional 1-2-2. It's a form of a matchup and a pressure defense, and we put a lot of pressure out. Wings have to remember to drop. I'll always throw that point out there. Tony reminds them. Nice steal there. Let's see. Barnes got a little bit of air, and she did the right thing. Pass it off, and Baines gets the first 2 of the game.
Coach, that ball has a lot of air in it. It didn't look like she was dribbling it that hard.
Yeah,
good job not carrying it.
Yeah, and this one goes out of bounds, and or did he call timeout? We're going to have a timeout already. They take a timeout. We're going to take 1-2 and be back with the Eaglettes leading 2-0.
Dynamics Physical Therapy, your elite provider in sports medicine and performance.
And we are back as you see them inbound the ball. That is Willis with it, the sophomore guard, and they come back cross court. They break it, but we don't have to have a steal every time. The pressure and making them get out of their offense is a big thing. Over to Phil. That's actually Willis into that right corner. And there's a travel again. Having a little trouble with the pivot foot tonight.
Yeah, moving the feet before they're putting the ball on the floor, and our pressure defense is doing a good job early.
2-3 zone that we will go against. Tess Little in the starting lineup tonight. Taylor Bain, nice. She saw the right pass, and Yarber finishes it. Coach, that was good. That's good. Like you would have done it.
That's right. Good duck in. Good post entry there.
And again, we don't have to force them. Now there's no place to throw it in that case. Tess Little comes up with it after a nice trap. Driving on the hole is Brooks. Her shot a little tight on the backboard. Tess misses, goes up. She's fouled. Will it fall? Yes. The hesitation. The heart misses a beat.
Yeah, persistence there by Tess Little getting the offensive board off her own miss and keep fighting. Good job there.
It's 6-0. The Lady Eagles in control right now. Watkins comes in. Maddie Watkins wearing number 5. And, Brian, if you picked up the other number, I will go to you with it. But here is the shooter, Tess Little. First free throw of the game. Shot it. It's off the iron. Rebound belongs to the Tipton Rosemark crew. That looked like Ziegler with the rebound then. And it's a tie ball. Brian, no disappointment in the defense for Coach Schutz tonight.
That's right. Very active, fresh legs, ready to go.
Yeah, we've had a week off. We go inside. Yarber wants to cross over. A version of the Kevin McHale move. She's got her 4th point. I told Elena before the ball game, walking by her, she spoke, and I said, at least 10 tonight, maybe more. And she's going to get them too, I can tell. There we go. We're diving. I love it. Tess is on the floor. There goes the trap. They get it out of the trap. Here's a three-pointer. We fouled the three-point shooter. I'm going to let you comment on that.
Well, I've always heard, you don't foul a jump shooter, and got her on the arm there.
I'm going to agree with you 2,000%. Never the three-point jump shooter.
That's right.
3 shots coming up. This will be Harrison, Brooke Harrison's line. First one rims out, and they're getting hit by the force field that we get hit by at that end sometimes. I'm going to sneak in here one night and soften that rim up for both teams. Second one off the iron. Oh, they just gave it 2. I thought it was 3. Yeah, there we go. Good job, officials. I need to become an official supervisor. But Bill Wheatley's here. Bill, veteran coach at one time, used to coach over at Tiger, was Beach Bluff's principal. longtime educator, officiated most of his life. Here's the third one. Shot it. That one off the back of the iron. Rebound, Barnes. And here comes Tess Little. She's got her head up looking to Baines. Back to Tess Little. Her three off the back of the iron. We fought ourselves off that one. That's okay. Effort is what counts. 8-0 lead by the Lady Eagles. Lots of pressure by Brooks. Got a little spring back in her legs. That week off, I think, helped. Here we go. Down on the baseline for Tipton Rosemark. Back out front. We knock it away. We're fighting for it. And a little traveling music, says the referee. For those of us old enough to remember Jackie Gleason. Okay, Coach, what do you want the Lady Eagles to accomplish right here at this point?
I'd like for them to keep going inside. We can get three-point shots, but I like Elena ducking in. Lily's working hard on that side. Get us a post entry right here.
And we loop Brooks to the point, and got a little early start on that one. That's okay, but I like what Coach said, and that shows you Brian, he hadn't coached basketball in a couple of years, but he knows his stuff. Listen to him. If he tells you that the sun is purple polka dot, it probably is. They break our press. Coming up, a back tip by Brooks, picked up by Taylor Baines, and we are off to the races again. Baines goes up with a jumper. It comes off. Good rebound by 5. That's Maddie Watkins, the junior for them. And that is the Lady Rebels. Here's a shot up, a little short that time by Phillips. We get it. Yarber looks for help, gets it in the form of Tess Little at the 4:10 mark. Brooks is motoring. She's going, and she got fouled. Oh, and I hate when the legs slip out.
Yeah,
like that.
her ankle didn't give, but it looks like she's okay.
This is good. Brooks will be at the line for the first time tonight. We've only shot one free throw. We are 0 for 1. And she gets 2. And I want to call him Coach McLean, but he's not. First one, she shot it, got it. And Brother McLean over there does such a good job. He got a smooth voice. He does our football, our basketball, and baseball.
That's right.
And does a great job. Second one up, rolls around, comes off the rim. Rim unkind. We got a jump ball. Should belong to Tipton Rosemark. And authoritatively, Skip Jones says it does. Of course, a lot of people don't know Skip used to be one of the great gunners and bombers around here. He played at Bolivar Industrial, Jackson State, and after his 2 years there, transferred to Union. And he can still shoot. Now we're going to get it again. They're going to call a jump ball. I wish they'd just let us go ahead and rip it away. But we're not going to argue. With a jump ball, this one belongs to the Lady Eagles, leading 9-0. Taylor Baines, your inbounder. See the box, and that time Lily pops out to get it. She's looking, gets Tess. We try to feed inside, but trying to meet it and do the right thing was Yarborough. A little Euro step. Look at Taylor's footwork.
Absolutely. And, Coach, she's got a ton better with her feet around the basket. Good move there.
I liked it. Good trap here. They're going to get out of it. That's okay. We accomplished what we wanted, at least one trap. We knock it away out of another trap. Here comes Taylor Baines. I say she takes it. She does, and it just backed off. I like her doing that, though.
The girl was in position to take a charge, and she didn't run over.
That's right.
Carol Kendrick into the game.
Phillips
Coach
coming down, and I thought I saw a nifty little shuffle there, but that's a travel.
Yep. Got her with steps.
Of course, Coach Wilkerson rebuilding this team, and coming back in the game is Brooks. She'll take Barnes out. And I failed to mention a while ago, that's Kendrick that has come in number 10 over there. Fine-looking young player on the team for basketball. Look at that. Oh, it was down and came out.
Looked really good from where we were. Good look there.
We need to get Willie Nelson to sing Farm Relief or something for that one coming out. Three-pointer, it is a roller, a rim shot in and good. That is the first basket for them. Harrison with the bucket. Here's the shot, Kendrick shot, just missing, hit the iron, bounced off of it. And good job by Brooks. That's smart. Wall the other player off from Tipton Rosemark.
Yeah, Coach, every time we get a paint touch there, to Elena, we get either a good shot from her or a inside-out three. So I look for us to keep trying to get the ball in there to her.
I do. Tess Little inbound. We're in the box formation. We X from the high part. Kendrick gets it deep outside on the left side, goes to the corner. Little cranks it up just across her body a little bit. But look at Elena Yarborough work. And it looked like a karate tournament down there, or we're playing grab bag to grab a grab bag at a convenience store off the shelf. Tipton Rosemark on the attack. Phillips wants to go. We cut a good job of helping recover defense. We didn't cut quick enough then. They missed the shot, though. We're forcing them to rush what they're trying to do. Down in the corner, Tess looks, gets Brooks. Yep, that would be a body check foul. And trust me, 32 for them didn't mean to. She thought she had a clear path to it, but Trinity took a better path. That was Thorpe with the foul. Eddie Thorpe, her first, team third. Ball inbounds deep to Baines. Feeding inside. I like it, Brian. Brian made you a good point. Yarborough, she got it.
Tough angle there on that shot, Coach. She made it look easy.
Oh, she was one of those Indian rubber men you see at the circus and stuff. 6 points for Yarborough. Here we go with the trap. They've got one pass because, folks, if you'll watch ahead and think ahead, Yarborough was stalking that basketball. We've gotten better at that. Now coming in for them is Alice Ziegler. Yarborough goes out. Tess Little goes out. We'll pick up some of the new. I look for Tinsley, and yes, she is in there wearing 32. Now she can bomb it too. We steal. Here's Brooks. Brooks wants to go coast to coast, splits them, and she's fouled going to the hole, and that foul is on number 3, Phillips.
Good, strong drive off the steal. And what I like about Trini, she goes straight through the contact with a chance to get a three-point play. Just didn't go.
That one on Watkins, or no, it's on Phillips, her first. Wow, rolling a little bit on her. There must be some turn of the hand in there. Second shot ready to come. Brooks eyes it, tries it, buys it, nothing but string music. She's got 2 points. Here comes the press again. It's 14-3. Here's a chance for a trap. And it's, I think that one's backcourt because your player, Phillips, had not established herself in the front court. Brooks to inbound, and we'll change inbounders from time. Tess has been handling a lot of that, and so has Baines. But Kendrick with the basketball. Tinsley on the right wing. She'll loop to the point. Gosley has come across and in the post, but here's Brooks, about a 9-footer off the iron. Rebound goes to Tipton Rosemark, and they bring it down the right side of the floor. Willis over there with it. Tinsley's got it. Boy, Tinsley's quick.
She is. She was quick to that ball and found her guard.
And Peyton, if you're listening to this, she's quicker than you are. Here we go. Here's Kendrick. She's got nice moves to the basket, too. Baines up just a little off. Gosley tipped it. Tipton Rosemark got it. That was Phillips with it. And let's see who they say. Possession belongs to Tipton Rosemark. Coach Bryant Wilkinson does a good job along with his staff, but they are in a rebuilding. The shot under the goal missed. They get the rebound back, and when we get that hand in there and commit that foul, you don't like to see. You want the 7-11 stick up. Ziegler will go to the line and shoot 2. Still 24.5 seconds. Brian, after she takes her free throw, what'd your coach tell you? He didn't use 7-11 stick up, did he?
Let's see if this one goes.
Yeah, Ziegler with the first one, the left-hander shot off the iron. What did your coach tell you when he said, "Oh, get your hands up"?
Ours was mainly just make them shoot over the top of you, and not try to foul and go for a block shot, because most of the time you're going to pick up a foul if you swipe down.
Ziegler's left-hand shot up off the front iron, gets her own rebound, goes up again. It dances but falls off. They've got the angle, but hustling to the ball. Tinsley, her pass blocked, goes back inside, and 2 for number 21, and that is Alice Ziegler. Here's a three-pointer, Tinsley. The only thing, she did everything right, just took a hair long, measured it. And they recovered. Long shot at the buzzer is no good at the end of one quarter of play. The Jackson Christian Lady Eagles 14 and the Tipton Rosemark Lady Rebels 5. Let's take a timeout on Jackson Christian's network with Worthy Road Studios.
Dynamics Physical Therapy, your elite provider in sports medicine and performance. Now serving communities throughout West Tennessee.
Back with a nice first quarter of 14 points, holding Tipton Rosemark to 5. Brian, your impressions on that first quarter?
Well, we started off, Coach, out of the gate on fire, getting steals and getting transition baskets. And if I'm thinking along with Coach Schutz, I might be asking our girls, hey, let's get that intensity back and let's not let this team hang around. They're a young team. They're playing 8th grader or 2. If you give them a little confidence, they can hang around a little longer than maybe they should.
Absolutely. You don't want to ever let anybody – I hate using this analogy, but Mr. Ullman and Mr. Pechonik both at Jackson High used it every once in a while. They'd say, guys, it's like an East Jackson street fight. It ain't over till the other team can't get up. That's a tough analogy, but you use your basketball skills till the other team can't come back.
That's right.
That sounds a little bit nicer. The ball actually belonged, I was going to say, skipped right on it. Tipton Rosemark. And we are using the away roster. We pick it up that they were kind enough to bring us. Tess lost it there, and they say travel, a couple of things you could have called there. Now, that's one thing Tony will point out at halftime. Let's cut down on a few of our turnovers.
Yeah, she was trying to get it across to Carol, and it just slipped out of her hand.
Ball's bouncing a whole lot. We've got a little extra air in there. So Tom Brady may have had hold of it. No, he let
it'd be
air
the other
out
way.
yeah,
I was going to say it'd be the other way.
It'd be the other way. We've still got the basketball here early in the second quarter, leading 14-5 to Barnes, and they nearly had a steal. Boy, that was hustled by, I believe that was Willis then, Allie Willis. Tess looking it over. They loop. We dribble to a wing, loop a shooter up there. That's Kendrick, and bomb's eye. Kendrick didn't mess around with that one.
Shot that, Coach, with a ton of confidence and nailed it.
17-5 your score. Ball goes out of bounds. And let's see. They'll go 1-4 low. Tipton Rosemark will. Will match up, try to cut some passing lanes. They cross the girl all the way to the corner. They lob it in. We're going to get it. Tess a little quicker than a hiccup. She wants to go to the left side. Starts to lay it up, but fouled on the floor.
Good steal by Tess, and a good hard foul there by the Lady Rebels to keep her from getting a layup.
And that should be the 5th team foul. It is 2 team fouls on us. And looks like Tony has seen something he wants to talk about. He's going to talk about that. We're going to let you see some fine sponsors here on the Jackson Christian BallGame Blitz Network.
Championship DNA. That's what you find at Jones Chevrolet at Three-Way. A full line of new Chevrolets plus West Tennessee's largest used car inventory. State-of-the-art service work and pre-approved auto loans online at JonesChevroletHumboldt.com. Shop with a winner. Jones Chevrolet at Three-Way.
Downtown is thriving and the Blacksmith Restaurant.
We are back, ready to play. Adrena Hicks and Stephanie Janda on the cameras tonight. Gary Lockhart, our great producer. Now we're going to go 1-4 low and slide people up. Looking for the, nice bounce pass to our post. We kick it out. Tess wanted it, reloads, gives it off. Brooks, nice running one-hander, but we get the rebound. That ball does seem like got a layer. Here's Kendrick. It comes off, and they get the rebound. That was Crow for them, Lizzie Crow, but we steal it back. There's the bump. Will it fall? No.
Close. It looked good from up here, Coach. Looked like she got enough English on it to put that in, but good job by Lily hanging around and getting a steal.
It's Lily a little bit like an enforcer. She's tough.
She is.
She gets bumped, but she gives no quarter. Now, we will have to steal a seat, but at halftime, there is rolling around a United States steel roller for the first points from Lily Barnes. Coach Kyle Teichman will be here. Second one rolls around and falls through. That, you say shooter's touch when that happens. Here's Little playing the point because we got Brooks back. They break it, but we are making them work for it. And they are having every pass has to be a good one because we are ball hawking. We are matched. She's picked her dribble up, and it's going to be backcourt. Boy, Skip right on it. And I know how old Skip is because he's the same age I am. And you have to admire him out here still at 71 and still officiating.
Doing a good job, absolutely.
Skip can run better than I can, though. Tess Little with it over on the left side to Brooks. Brooks can shoot the three, but she had a situation. She didn't catch it where she could load it. We loop. And into Yarborough. I like that. Coach pointed that out to you. Tess Little shot up just. It was down a little bit, but need a little more arc to get in. Off the back of the iron. Brooks awake to Yarborough. Nice feed by Yarborough. And we travel. But that's okay. The concept's good.
Absolutely. Got it inside, and she tried to make a move, and just her feet were ahead of her.
Kendrick gave us some good minutes. She's out. Looks like Baines is back in. And Brooks will go back to the point. So they inbound it before we get our defense set. But that's all right. We're making them work. And she slid. No, they called a timeout. Their coach called a wise timeout. Saved a turnover. We're going to take a timeout. You're watching Jackson Christian basketball on their Facebook page on Worthy Road Studios.
Downtown is thriving, and the Blacksmith Restaurant is leading the pack. From the rustic dining room to the unmatched patio, eating local with family is what we're about. Live local, eat local, relax local.
We are back. Tipton Rosemark versus Jackson Christian School tonight. Brian Bullard, Coach Joe Holloway, Gary Lockhart, of course, our producer, director. Okay, Brian, some thoughts here early in the second quarter.
So 14-5, Coach, I believe it was after the first quarter, and we kind of, I don't want to say let down, but our energy wasn't the same. We picked it up there coming out of the break and able to extend this lead by 5, and I would look for more of the same there from Coach Hughes, trying to get our girls to continue to pressure, but also when we get opportunities, convert it into points. So I look for that coming out of that timeout.
Absolutely on that. Again, remind you, Coach Teichman, be ready in February. It won't be on February 4th, but what used to be called the Saturday Sports Roundup will come back bigger and better. And Sean Sparks, yes, I've been asked, the UT Insider will be with us on those Saturdays. It's Tipton Rosemark ball as they bring it. Rayburn threw it in, and the Lady Rebels that time attacking, but they missed a pass. I think we touched it just by a fingernail. I think I heard a fingernail scrap. Looks like Phillips to inbound the ball for them. Fine young player for them. Here's the lob to Ziegler, but look at Trinity Brooks. And she is going to try to go coast to coast. She goes up. It misses, but she'll get 2.
Good drive there again. Trinity attacking, drawing free throw opportunities, which she's missed 1 tonight, I think.
Brooks is 2 for 4 from the free
4.
throw line. Interesting. She's a better shooter than that. Mm-hmm. This may be one of those nights. Whoops. Off the back of the rim. Tony just claps and gives her some encouragement. Second one. Shot it, got it, and, folks, it didn't touch anything but string, if it touched that. Brooks with 3 now. This one will go out of bounds, stays in the possession of Tipton Rosemark. And Harrison was the one handling the ball. She wisely didn't reach out like some would, so good job on that one. A lot of play has been out close to the half line because of our pressure defense. Phillips wants 3. Phillips 3 hits the front of the iron. Tess Little with the rebound. The long baseball pass. Brooks rolls it over the rim for her first basket and her 5th point. Any future for Tess in football throwing?
Look good there, leading her to the basket.
Now we're going to get a foul, and it could have been. I'm not going to say it was or it wasn't. I'm not sure Tess was convinced that it was, though.
I think she might have earned that call on the last possession, Coach.
Oh, okay.
It looked like she might have got away with the one there, and then they got her for, looked like a cheap one to me.
22-5. And Crow inbounded. We stole it. And Brooks is starting to look like the machine that she is. Now, press, she doesn't ever quit till Tony calls it off, but we backed up just a little bit. And Tess, a little hustling, keeping those hands up. And the ball goes out of bounds and belongs to the Lady Eagles.
Tess did something there that not everybody gets, especially younger players. Took a good angle there and kept her hands off of her. Good job.
Coach, you're wonderful with those things. Listen to Brian now. I'm going to tell you, folks, he'll keep you going. Oh, almost like a good catch and pitch. Here's the inside. Kick out. Round the horn we're going to go. Inside again to Yarba. Hey, they working that inside, Brian. She gets it out. Here's Brooks 3, up and down.
Yeah, the Lady Rebels have made a big effort to keep her from scoring, but it's leaving her outside shooters open and knock them down, Coach.
Yarber with a good kick out, good inside-out basketball. And if I'm correct, that's 8 points, and we're going to get the basketball back. I looked down to double-check my scoring. And
Tess cut her off and did a good job, and the ball went out of bounds.
Brian always with the correct information. Good job by Barnes trying to post, then popped. Kicks. Back to, nice feed inside. Yarber wants to go. Got bumped, just missed, but I like the concept that we're trying, and Yarber knocks it away. Tess Little with it. Okay. Did we put the whistles in the pockets?
Well, I don't know, Coach. That looked like from where we were that she definitely got bumped. But
I think she got bumped. She got bumped. No call. Ball out of bounds. We'll take a timeout here on the Jackson Christian Network.
At McCoy's Heating and Air, our #1 priority is keeping you and your loved ones cozy this holiday season. If your HVAC system needs an upgrade, call McCoy's for quick, quality installation. Don't wait. With the purchase of your new unit, you will receive our Keep Cozy gift bag filled with cozy essentials for the cold weather ahead. To schedule your system upgrade, call 731-668-7492 or visit airmccoy.com. McCoy's Heating and Air, Jackson's most trusted team of technicians.
We are back with some great basketball. Lady Eagles leading 27-5 over the Lady Rebels of Tipton Rosemark. They're going to run a stack against our press and 2 extremely deep, which is a good formation. We've got the veteran senior coach that does a great job, Tony Schutz. They've got a young fellow, Bryant Wilkinson. He's doing a good job as a teaching and rebuilding their program over at Tipton Rosemark. And it was outside on the baseline. Nice drive. We cut it off good, and they're sharp to call the walks. That wasn't Crow though. That was one of their other players that walked in. May have been 5 Watkins. Tess Little with it out front, playing a very good floor game. Taylor Baines feeding inside. Yarber with the kick out. Brooks going to drive. And I think they're going to get a blocking foul. I'm not going to ask you what the difference in this call in the last one was.
We should be at the line, Coach.
Yeah, I thought it was 7. Yeah, we're going to shoot some 1-and-1s now. Brooks, who's been at the line, she is 3 for 6. Let's see if Trinity can knock 2 down this time. First one, shot it, got it. Smooth as silk and better than milk on that one.
Good looking shot there by Trinity, and Coach Carroll back into the game, Carroll Kendrick.
Second shot up, going to hit the front of the iron straight enough. Had a little crook in her arm, And there we're going to get another foul. And that's going to be the 8th one. Thorpe had 2 for them. That's on Phillips. We'll check her out. She's got 2 fouls for the Lady Rebels. You know, they've got a great softball team. That one off the back of the iron. Rebound, fought for, pulled out. Tipton Rosemark's got it, but that's going to be a great battle to watch our softball team with Maggie Richardson against their softball team. They've got good pitchers, too. Blocked. Oh, they're going to say a foul, and the dreaded fouling the three-point shooter. Should be only our 4th team foul. And that on Baines. Baines, her 2nd one. Or is it the 1st? It's first. At the line is Addie Thorpe. Her 1st one up off the back of the iron. Thorpe is a sophomore, plays guard for them. 2nd one, shot it, got it. And for those listening from Tipton Rosemark tonight, we appreciate you being the off. That's kind of honoring Bill Haney, one of the deans of broadcasting here in West Tennessee. 3rd shot off the iron, rebound. Nice form by Brooks to rebound, kicks it out. Gets it over to Kendrick, who is back in there. She had some good minutes a while ago. We feed the post again. The Kevin McHale version of that step over move, and Yarborough has done it again.
What I like there, Coach, is she is very assertive, quick. She makes a good, strong decision, and they don't have time to double team her. Good move there by Lena.
It is, and give the passer an assist. Running one-hander up and in, and that looks like Phillips with the basket. Alexis Phillips gets her first 2. 32-8 to make it and separate it with Kendrick looking needs a little help because they cut our passing lane off. Nice pass into the lane. I'm going to tell you what, Baines, I like it. She gets better all the time.
I thought it was going to call the foul, Coach, and he got her for a travel.
Look here, I'd already marked the free throw stuff. Ooh, interesting call. Not good. Okay, they break out of the stack, get it to Phillips. She'll bring it down the left side. Now go back across the floor to Willis. Willis' pass is intercepted. Here comes Baines. She don't give up. She may have got called for walking. She's still playing and playing hard. Oh, a little dipsy-do. Just couldn't get enough power under it. Michael Jordan, you've got nothing on Taylor Baines. Nope, they're going to get us again. Now, I know we've got a comfortable lead, but one of the things I want us to work on is Yarborough and Brooks not picking up fouls because we're a little short and thin in the post area.
That's right.
Nice hard pass down to Thorpe, and they stepped on the line.
And it's tough, Coach, when you're getting a bunch of steals and some turnovers. You want to play defense and play really hard, but you don't want to foul. You don't want to reach in. You want to use your feet and cause those turnovers.
Gosley in for Yarborough. She'll play post. Barnes goes in the post. We loop Taylor Baines. That's a form of the old play loop skip. I know where that came from. Not me, I ran it, but I copied it from David Lipscomb's Don Myers. You dribble to the wing, loop that wing up, and then you can either skip or you send the wing across. There's one more thing you can add to it, but Tony's keeping it simple. Nice shot. Nice shot. Lily Barnes. She's got 5. 33-8, minute left in the first half. A little extra going towards the hole. The shot was partially blocked. Thorpe got it. Oh, look at that block out by Lily Barnes, Coach.
Great job. Great position by Lily.
Whoops, what do we got? We got an intentional foul. And that is on number 5. That is Maddie Watkins. Going to be her second foul. We'll shoot 2. We will get the basketball back, too. First one up off the back of the iron. Let's see, Tess. She's analyzed that one. Let's see if she makes the correction. Second shot. Again, the back of the iron, and it doesn't kick in when it hits the back of the iron like that because there's just too much force and it kicks it out. Laws of physics. Somebody else can explain that better. Box formation, we X, the loop of two people deep. Here is Baines. Baines, shooter, steps in, and they are all over. Nice kick out by Barnes. Kendrick's three. I'm going to tell you what, I have, and Tony knows it already, I done found another shooter. Here's the steal. Kendrick wanting to play. So, Coach, I need some more playing time, even though the left-handed layup doesn't go in. Tipton Rosemark kicks it across, pulls up short, and you got to pass it, but you're not going to make that pass. Too much air, and Taylor Baines knocks it out. Tipton Rosemark retains possession. To all English teachers, my bad grammar, which was using the wrong tenses of a couple of words, I apologize because got to have that good English. You know, go through the verb tenses. Little push off, but it got away. Skipping over. Looks like Willis. Boy, Baines blocked that one. She gets the ball back. It goes, and it counts. I say it counts, yes. 3 points. And that is the end of the first half, and we'll get that total. 36-11, the Lady Eagles lead the Lady Rebels. Let's take a timeout here on Worthy Road Studios. We'll be back with Coach Kyle Teichman.
This is how we Friday night. How do you Friday night?
This is how we Friday night. This is how we Friday night.
This is how we Friday night.
No matter how you Friday night, you always win at Kaufman's.
The most important benefit when you buy from Jones Chevrolet at Three-Way, peace of mind. Jones Chevrolet's warranty forever comes with every qualifying new and pre-owned vehicle. Powertrain coverage for as long as you own your vehicle. Find out more at Jones Chevrolet in Three-Way.
For anyone contemplating pre-planning, we can tell you from our experience, it's much easier to make funeral plans and record them now than wait until emotions are running at their highest.
With pre-planning, you can free your mind and heart from having to make big decisions during a time of grief and instead enjoy the freedom to focus on the memories of a life well lived.
And we're back here, Jerry Eskew Gymnasium. Lady Eagles lead 36-11. Joined by Coach Kyle Teichman. Coach, what did you think of the first half from our girls?
Man, they played really well, guarding it and really getting up and down. A couple girls have made some really impressive plays, showing off their skills. Elena, Taylor, Carol, some nice finishes and some good shooting, so they're playing really well.
Impressed by Carol, just shooting it with confidence, and I think maybe 2 of 3 that half, doing a really good job. Coach, the last time we talked was TCA, and of course, on Friday was just a boys' game, so we didn't get a chance to talk with you. But TCA at halftime, we talked about the challenges that they presented, and we, I wouldn't say controlled the game, but we were up by 4, up by 6, up by 2 most of that game. And then some crazy things happened there down the stretch. We're not going to dwell on it, but talk a little bit about that game from your guys and kind of after they took the lead and the momentum. How were we able to battle back and win that game?
Yeah, of course, everybody, they're going to talk about it and focus a lot on how it ended. But we played really well the entire night, had the lead most of the time. And they just play so hard, man. They give everything they have, and you've got to do it that night because Trinity does the same thing. But just the resiliency of it was going really well, and then just a bad couple minutes, and it would have been easy to fold and pack it up and say, all right, we'll get them next time. But they just kind of refused to quit. And you saw the same thing again Friday night, down big, fight, claw all the way back, take the lead. So they played in a lot of big games and a lot of close games, and I think that experience just kind of has started to pay off a little bit.
And we talked about having, 2 of the top teams. You don't know how the league's going to shake out for sure, but those 2 teams are going to be there. Trinity's going to be at the top. Sacred's going to be at the top, and a tough draw to have them, a Tuesday and a Friday. So we got to turn around. We got the paper coming. Everybody wants to do stories, wants to watch the videos, and great shot by Jay. A lot of other plays got us there, and we've talked about that. And but you have to turn around and you have to play a really good, really athletic Sacred Heart team. And you come out and have a pretty good first half, and then they just kind of catch fire there. I think we were down 14 at one point, something like that. What did you say to your guys, and was it more just a challenge of, hey, we're on the other end now, we got to play?
Yeah, I mean, was very proud of the fight and the effort, and again, because against those guys, 14 is about like 20 because they're so talented and big and strong and athletic. So the fight was great. Obviously, would have loved to finish it off and just get one stop, but to be up one on defense with our team, like, I'll take that every night. But just the main message was we're still in a really good spot. There's right now a 4-way tie for first, and we've beaten 2 of those teams. So, if we control our own destiny, we don't have to hope for anybody to lose or anything to happen. If we do what we're supposed to do and we beat enough people, we can win this regular season championship and be set up pretty nice. So obviously they were upset. It's a rivalry game. They wanted to win, and we definitely had our chances, but big picture, still in a pretty good spot.
Absolutely, and you snatch defeat. You snatch victory on Tuesday when Trinity thought they had it won, and we didn't think we had it won. Obviously, we know being up 1, but we like you said, we like our chances. And Chavis comes down and hits a really tough shot. We had a good angle at it. Really tough shot from the short corner there. Good player, and we had a turnover there at the end. But let's move forward, and we got to move to the next week, and had some practices, had some time off, maybe a little bit there over the weekend. What do we expect tonight from Tipton? And we know how they have played in the past, but different coach, some of different players, and so what are we looking for you guys to do tonight to be successful?
Yeah, completely different stylistically with the new coach coming in, and that's understandable. They're really going to try to spread us out. They do a lot of NBA stuff. You're going to see a lot of ball screen, a lot of high ball screen, a lot of kind of false motion to get into some ball screen. So how we guard that is super important. They're going to shoot a lot of threes, and they're a really good offensive rebounding team. They get I think 36% of their misses, they rebound themselves. So they've got some size. Ramsey's really good, big kid. He's like 16 and 8 every night. So making him work and keeping him off the glass is going to be huge. But then they play hard, and they're kind of starting to figure it out. So I know last week was tough, but it's going to be another challenge tonight.
That's right. And in the league, you never know. Some little bit of a rivalry too. We've had some good games with Tipton over the years, and excited. Coach, are we healthy? Is Zach still out? What are we looking forward as far as our rotation?
Yeah, we got some guys dealing with some sickness still. We can't get over that. Honestly, don't know. Zach went to the doctor today after our shoot around, and I have not got the chance to see or talk to him. The hope was he would get cleared, but even then, with not practicing for a while, I just don't know. It's going to be a play it by ear type thing if he is out there, probably really short stints and limited minutes. So hoping for some of our younger guys, Mason and Co, to step up and fill some of those minutes we're going to need tonight.
Absolutely. Coach, good luck tonight. As always, thanks for joining us and giving us some of your time. We really appreciate it, and excited to watch another night of your guys competing and getting after it. We appreciate it. That's Coach Kyle Teichman, and we'll take a 2-minute timeout and be back with more Lady Eagles basketball.
Downtown is thriving, and the Blacksmith Restaurant is leading the pack. From the rustic dining room to the unmatched patio, eating local with family is what we're about. Live local, eat local, relax local.
We realize you have a busy lifestyle, and at the Bank of Jackson, we're here to help you fulfill all of your financial needs, personal and business loans, mortgages, online banking and bill pay, and so much more. Serving the Jackson area for 25 years. The Bank of Jackson, your down-home community bank. You belong here. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Buying a car is all about you. In person, over the phone, or online, we make it simple and easy. Our place is yours, no matter where you live. LonnieCobbFord.com or Lonnie Cobb Ford in Henderson, where cars really are cheaper in the country.
King Jewelers is not your typical run-of-the-mill jewelry store.
Grover is a certified jeweler with 35 years experience. This isn't just a jewelry store. It's an iconic symbol of love. How far would you go for love? King Jewelers, 16B Conrad Drive, Jackson.
At Nest Realty Jackson, connections and relationships are at the heart of everything we do. We wake up every day with the goal of helping our agents build trust, relationships, and community. Let's connect.
We are back in a contest where the Lady Eagles lead 36-11, and Coach Theismann always insightful with his comments. And sometimes we need to get him to comment on the girls' game, and I know he's focused on the boys.
Well, every time, Coach, you can't hear it, but
yeah.
I always get him to start by talking about what he saw from our girls, and he always has good things to say about them, and no different tonight as we're up by about 25 there at halftime.
Absolutely. It looks like Brooks leading us with 11. And, of course, Tess Little has started and had a fine game. Very quickly, our scoring that I have unofficially, and I'm checking against the official book, Lily Barnes has 5. Taylor Baines 4, but boy, she's played a game as far as floor stuff, steals, taking it to the hole, physical. Tess Little with 2, Yarborough I have with 8. I'm going to double check hers and make sure, and I am correct. And of course, Tess has those 4. Kendrick has 2 big bomb threes for the Lady Eagles, Coach.
Yeah, and you can just tell, Coach, she's confident. Coach Schutz has told her to let it fly, and I think she's 2 for 3. And then the other one I thought was going to go in. So she's doing a tremendous job, and you love to see the young girls get in there. And Coach Jenna Tinsley can shoot it just like she can. So.
Yeah, Jenna, oh, man, and she was loaded one time, but the girl came kind of from it's like in football, from the blind side.
That's right.
And starting this time, it looks like Crow is starting again. 3 Phillips for them. We'll try to get you set with their players. And this is Phillips going through, kicking out to 15. And they lose it. 15 is Rayburn. We inbound it. We'll start again. Switching ends, 36-11. Thank Stephanie Janda and Adrena Hicks for their great work on the cameras. Gary Lockhart producing, directing, being all-around good guy. I like that. Run that. That's a version of the old rotation play, and I like to run that cutter through.
Good hands there by Lady Rebels.
Yes. Brooks to inbound. Guarding Barnes a little harder till she gets way outside the arc. Around the horn, left baseline, up. Baines. Rebound. That was Yarborough. She didn't get anything, and up. And that time, Barnes working hard, got fouled. She'll go to the line to shoot 2. She has 5 points. Coach, you like those blue-collar, hard-working players, don't you?
Absolutely, and I like Elena being on that backside. Saw where the ball was coming off, and then Lily battling too.
Lily Barnes with that first one up. Man, she is drilling those things. She's 3 for 3. Foul was on Ziegler, number 21, their first team foul. That one missed. Elena tipped it, but they recovered it. They being Tipton Rosemark. We steal it back. Elena goes up. She's body fouled, and ooh, we need one of the kids over there on the far side to blow real hard, try to push that ball over the rim.
How did that come out? I thought that was down, Coach.
I'm telling you, there's a force field or something down there. If the air conditioning is on that end, turn it off so the ball will fall. Shot it, got it. That's Yarborough. And I'm teasing a little bit. You have to know my kind of humor. You know, there are baseball fields where they open the gates and let certain winds and things come through. Shot it, got it on the second one. And there are gymnasiums, especially the old Boston Garden, not the one they play in now. We had some unusual things happen. The old gym at Union University, not the new campus most of y'all are familiar about. Here's the shot up by Tipton Rosemark. Air ball, we wisely lay. I'm going to tell you what, we started our careers here at Jackson Christian with the Kaufman Gymnasium, which is still used as a practice gym, some intramural stuff, and maybe a middle school game or two when you can't get the big floor.
Yeah, it's used for a lot of stuff, Coach. Baseball practice, soccer practice, basketball, of course, and play days, things like that. Good move there.
Yeah, look at Yarborough work. You want to know how to make that post move. She can do the It's a step-over version of the McHale move, and she's gotten very good at it. Yarber's got 14 for the night now. Is that one of our young baseball players or theirs?
No, that's my son right there.
I thought it was, but I
he's
just
dropping
saw
his bag off up here with me.
He's a good man.
He had practice tonight. There's
A couple of shots, and we see Yarber play Windex Lady. And we're going up. Barnes is fouled. Looks like, is that Crow? Crow committed that one. Now, did he play in the World Series last year?
No, they did some all-star stuff and then did some fall baseball, and we'll pick back up here in the spring, but just getting a little work in.
Oh, okay. Well, I saw the patch. That one off the left side of the rim.
That's his Dansby Swanson jersey that's a little outdated now.
Oh, okay. Nothing wrong with having a Dansby jersey except for one thing, and I'm mad at him too. He went to the Cubs. Right. I am not a Cubs fan. Braves fan.
That's right.
A little traveling music that time, so our pressure pays off. And it looks like we're not going to run the clock because isn't that 31 points or am I?
No, that's right.
They did not run the clock, and it may be one of those deals that we'll wait till the fourth quarter to run if it's a 30-point lead. Here's Brooks at the top, wants to drive, kicks, love the way they're playing. Shot up, missed inside. Good rebound pulled down by their big girl. And, of course, she has had a couple of good drives and some things from the lane. That's Alice Ziegler. And I think we've got a foul here. Ziegler just a junior, so they will have her back as they build their program. That is the third foul on Phillips. Alexis Phillips with 3, team 3. Down on the baseline, Taylor Baines has got it. Looking, brings it out. Tessel, nice post feed. Step over, goes up. And Ziegler did block that one clean, but we get the ball back.
Yeah, I'd like to see Elena go to that left hand and kind of protect it there and maybe get a shot off.
Yeah. You know, that's one you step over like that, and you got to use sometimes the left hand, you're almost forced to use it. Nice feed in to Baines. She kicks out. We play inside out, go around the horn a little bit. Little to Baines. Brooks changes side. Baines, nice attempt at a back cut. And I don't say attempt because she had the right idea to go back door in that, even though they're in a zone. Tried to hook layup coming underneath. And no call. So here comes Phillips for Tipton Rosemark. Boy, Tess Little was all over her like white on rice then.
Good hands there by Tess.
I know some of you folks in the stands, they had a good rush on. They still got those great hot dogs and Chick-fil-A over there at the concession stand. Got to see our good friend Chuck Ray. Here we go. Nice knock away. Kicked out Little. It's a one-on-one situation. She goes to the hole. She's fouled. She'll shoot 2. And that could be Phillips' 4th foul.
I love that when we get a steal coach or a change of possession, our eyes are up. We're trying to find our teammates.
Yeah, she wasn't thinking about herself then. You're right, Brian. Right. Good call on your part. And I am right. That is the 4th foul, 5th team foul on Tipton Rosemark. There we go, Tess. Hit that one. And she will be attempting her 5th free throw here. Shot it, got it. Boy, those two looked so much better than the first half. And they weren't bad in the first half. They were too flat to go in and were hitting the back of the rim. Tipton Rosemark back on the attack, brings it to the right wing. Looking for help. Ziegler steps out and gives them some help. Yarborough up close on her. They trying to run a cutter through, and we're going to tie it up, or will we take it? No, unfortunately, and Elena was trying to roll it out of bounds.
Got hustled by Elena on the floor.
And you cannot fuss about that,
That's
folks.
Right.
You do see me and fuss at me. There's Steele Barnes. Here's Little running with the head up. Brooks goes to her spot. The kick out like you should do it. Here's Brooks. She's going to stop, pop from about 4. Will it crawl over the rim? Yes, it does.
Really good touch by Trinity. I thought it was short, but it rolled over.
Yes.
Good job.
That's that shooter's touch again. And I laugh when I say that. She did the best she could. It's a moving shot. We try to take it away. We steal it. And Tinsley comes up with the big steal. To Brooks. Brooks goes. The right-handed hook a little short. Ziegler had it, tapped it over to Willis. Willis gets it out. And we still, boy, did Tess just pick a pocket then.
I love that. Go ahead and try to cut her off before she gets to her shot.
Yeah, that's one of those five-finger discount jobs right there. 46-11, 3:17 to go. Tipton Rosemark on defense against the Lady Eagles. We feed inside. Elena, she's going to kick it out, which is wise. Tinsley with the three up. Tinsley with the three down. Her first points of the night. And these are good minutes for Tinsley and Kendrick to get.
Absolutely, and we're going to have those girls play down the stretch.
Absolutely. Good trap out there. They did. Their player, Phillips, did a great job of getting out of that trap because it was a good one. And now we're closing in on Harrison a little bit. She gets a bounce pass to Ziegler. We trap Ziegler. Coach Watkins, a great timeout by him for Tipton Rosemark. We're going to take a great timeout and let you hear from some good people on Jackson Christian's Facebook page with Worthy Road Studios.
The BallGame Blitz Sports Network by Worthy Road Studios. With over 750,000 views in 2022, we are where you need to advertise. Please subscribe to our Worthy Road Studios YouTube channel and join the other 4,000 subscribers watching local sports, including Union University, USJ, TCA, Jackson Christian, and Peabody. Our multi-camera broadcasts include slow motion instant replay, on-screen scoreboard and graphics, and professional announcers. Thanks to our sponsors who make it all possible. BallGame Blitz Sports Network by Worthy Road Studios, the premier sports broadcast network in West Tennessee.
Did I not turn mine up, or didn't turn yours up? And Skip, we're having a little fun. He is a veteran official in the word for it. And for this man at his age, and he and I are the same age, still be officiating, I think I need to tell Bill Wheatley that Skip Jones deserves some kind of award because we're hurting for officials. There's not enough of them, Brian.
Yeah, and it's easy to sit, and we're guilty of it up here. Easy to sit and complain and pick apart, but it's a tough job to do. And if it was easy, you'd have more people doing it.
That's right. And some of you young fellows out there, we need some young guys, and please give it a chance. And fans, here goes the nice three-pointer. It's a bank shot. The bank is open for Rayburn, number 15. And like I said, the bank is open. A little quickly, but, boy, we attack right back quickly. I like that. Now, I believe the right back is something you play in rugby or soccer, so I need to get my terminology good. Here's a three up. It was a nice shot. Didn't quite follow through enough for it to go in, and Tipton Rosemark has the rebound. And
water bottle shot out on the floor, Coach.
Oh, wow. I wonder what happened. Yeah. Kendrick up there. The referees could choose to let her in. They don't have to, but wisely they do. And after some good minutes, Tess Little gets a deserved rest, but Kendrick, man, she's got two big bombs tonight. We're going to try to cut the passing lanes. Lots of pressure coming from Tinsley. Their dribbler gets by, but boy, right there is Lily Barnes. She knocks it out of bounds, but that's still good defense. Disrupts their offense.
Yep, good hands there.
Coach, you ever coach girls basketball?
No, sir. I didn't. My sister played and was around it a lot of it, but I never coached it.
It's a good game. It's played a little different. It's played below the rim, and of course Brian knows that, but psychology of it slightly different than men's basketball. Shot off the backboard and rebound. Lily almost and did have too good a rebounding position then, but we get it back anyway, and we're playing fumble ball right now. Carroll said, I'm going to control it. And I think there's a little foul right there on Rayburn.
Yeah, at that point, Coach, you like to see somebody chin it and get everybody under control, and some young folks out there, and they'll learn that.
And young folks listening, older folks that teach your youngsters basketball, great advice by Brian Bullard. Here's the shot, a little short. Rebound, Tipton Rosemark comes out of it. That is Rayburn with the basketball. They get it in the corner to Tharp, back out front, 3 up, off the front of the iron, and it's going to be rebounded Jenna Tinsley. And Jenna passed it off unselfishly, and Barnes with a nice left-handed layup. 18 seconds before the fourth quarter will begin. We'll have a timeout in there. This should be the last shot unless our defense makes a steal. And we tip it. And we forced something. It wasn't a steal, but we get the turnover.
And she got her hands on it, Lily there, active hands, and we'll see if we can get a shot off, Coach.
We got 2.7 seconds to Kendrick. Kendrick quickly to Brooks. Brooks shoots one from downtown off the back of the iron, and this quarter ends with the score 51-14. We'll be back for the exciting conclusion of this game.
Looking for a new and exciting career? At Jackson State Community College, we offer nationally recognized, top-rated programs designed to greenlight your career for success. With courses available in the health sciences, nursing, computer technology, and much more. Your next step towards a career starts here at Jackson State. Learn how Jackson State Community College can greenlight your future at greenlightyourfuture.com.
We are back. Brian Bullard, Coach Joe Holloway. Contest where the Lady Eagles have played very good in spurts. There's a couple of things Tony made a few notes he'll work on, talking very patiently. The young coach of Tipton Rosemark, Wilkinson, working hard with his team, has a lot of energy. Brian, quick thoughts to finish this contest out.
Yeah, we have done a much better job with our energy, and we talked about converting those runouts and converting those turnovers, and we've done a much better job here. Started in the second quarter, but we've continued it. And for the Lady Rebels, Coach, they've got some good young players. Reburn is just an 8th grader playing a lot of minutes, and that's going to serve them well. I know right now they're taking some lumps, but that's part of rebuilding and part of growing.
It really is, and I think I see energy in their coach and his helpers, his assistants, which one I know quite well. She was a star here at this school. I mean, she was the wheel horse when she was here. Still loves her old school and likes her new school, and will do a good job. Here we are on the attack. Kendrick and Tinsley working out front, and I like that.
Coach, you got Bailey Robinson in the game.
I thought Bailey. I was about to check her in. I'm trying something with my book tonight. Now, they steal from us, and this is Harrison with the basketball. She gives it off Phillips. Phillips shot, or it actually passes it off to 15 Rayburn, and her shot hits the rim. Strong kick off the air. Somebody called Tom Brady to check the air in the ball. Will Tom stay at Tampa Bay, Brian?
That's a good question. I don't want him in Tennessee. I respect him, but I think his better years are definitely behind him.
And with Tom Brady past prime time in this game in the fourth quarter, let's take a timeout on Jackson Christian Facebook.
Do you want your smile to say it all? At Elite Dental Care, we'll make you and your family feel comfortable and secure with a variety of services and state-of-the-art care. We offer sedation dentistry that will make your time in the dental chair comfortable and relaxed. Come by and see our newly renovated and expanded office in Jackson, or one of our other convenient locations in Trenton or Dyersburg. Trust your smile with Elite Dental Care, and let your smile say it all.
We are back, 7:05 left at Jerry Eskew Gymnasium, where the Lady Eagles are leading 51-14. Brian, what do we want to accomplish in the next 7 minutes?
Some young girls in the game, Coach. We want to continue to let these girls grow and play, and I believe right now we have 2 freshmen out there and then 2 reserves, and Addison Gosley and Bailey Robinson. So I look for them. This is their time, their opportunity to get some good minutes in.
And you're right. I like the way you said their time. Here's the loop into the high post. I like that. Tinsley gets the pass. We didn't handle it, but Tinsley comes out of there with it. A little too far under the goal, but rebound. It looked like Robinson. Her shot comes off, gets her own rebound. Up. Ooh, it came off. How did it do that? And it goes out of bounds. How did it come out?
I don't know, Coach. You're right about that basket down there. Good battle, though.
We'll sneak in the gym one day and fix that basket. Oh, it's not broken, folks, but there's a force field or some force keeping baskets out of there. And we come out, we matched up good on this one. I like that, Brian. They cut a back door on us, but we still forced them to throw the high pass. And the ball also is stuck. Let's see which one of the referees. I bet they get some of the young coach from Tipton Rosemark going to come out there and tip it. No. He can get it. I told you he could. Now that's a great job. Bryant Wilkinson, we may send that to ESPN as a highlight.
Good spring in the leg still.
Bryant, I talked to him a little bit before the game. Seems like a very nice young man. 2-3 zone employed by Tipton Rosemark. Cutters feeding inside to Gosley. Let's see, they're going to say no basket on the floor. As much as I wanted it for her to be able to have that basket, that is the proper call. Yeah. And it is the 1-and-1. Tommy McLean with the call from way upstairs. He knew it. Tommy's a great guy. Chuck Walker was by a while ago. Or Chuck Ray. Chuck Walker's not by here. Gosley's first free throw, no good. Chuck Ray, one of the great guys, and he's not only coaching, but, we got another one of those. And that happened by the young person, and we'll forgive her. Chuck coaches middle school football. Is he working with baseball?
He is helping middle school baseball as well.
Okay. Now, let me tell you what you need to do if he's anywhere around the grill at one of our high school baseball games. As much as I love the baseball team, keep one eye on the baseball team. Shot it, got it. And the second eye, find the concession stand and get you one of his burgers. They are great. 51-15, second free throw, shot it, no good. There'll be a third free throw. Phillips at the line, and it's good. She hit 2 out of 3. Alexis Phillips. 51-16, ball saved, but we pick it up. Round the horn again. Robinson wants to pass, and they had good tracing of the basketball. Here's Kendrick. Nice crossover, even though it missed. Good rebound by Tipton Rosemark. They blocked out pretty well. Our one rebound that had a chance was too far under. 3:39 and counting. Here's the drive. This looks like Phillips, her shot up and off the glass and in. She's got 4 in this quarter. Got 6 of their 18. Here's a nice shot. Robinson just missing, Brian, barely.
On target there, just didn't go.
Tinsley with a nice back tip. Now, Peyton was a great football and basketball player. Peyton was so tall he wouldn't have been able to make that back tip then. And Peyton, we still love you. One of our greats, an all-region wideout. Signed originally with Bethel. Of course, Walker Ray still at Bethel. Around the horn, they move it very quickly. Gosley going for the steal, liked her effort. She avoids a foul. Tipton Rosemark miss. Here comes Baines. She's going to the hole. A little hard. Rebound Barnes, and it's going to fall in. I've got Barnes with 11, Coach.
Good strong rebound off the miss and put back, and she's always going to be around the action.
Absolutely. Shot up, a little short. That one by Crow, but she took the right shot. We get the rebound. Here's Barnes again running like she's ready to run in another race. 3 up, just short. Rebound fought for, and Tipton Rosemark wins it. The outlet pass may go out of bounds and belong to us, and it does. Looking for a receiver. Barnes steps out. Baines cutting. Tries to step that leg over and post up. You form triangles in post basketball, and that's a good way to play. A little bit like the old triangle offense of the Chicago Bulls. But all basketball involves some triangularization. There's Gosley posting up well, wants to go to the hole, does. Off the iron, rebound, Robinson. Her shot a little short, rebound belongs to Tipton Rosemark and Zoe Rayburn. We got it back. Here is Barnes fighting, going up. I think it hit the standard.
Was that 3 or 4 straight offensive rebounds there by Lily?
At least 3.
Yeah.
And I want to say Lily, she may have gotten 4. Get the effort award, running clock here with the 53-18 lead. And they won't stop it just to change inbounders. Lizzie Crow to inbound. 14, Zoe Rayburn out there. Of course, Zadie Rayburn wears 15. 10 is out there for them, and that is Peyton French. You hear the whistle. It'll be Tipton Rosemark ball, far sideline with about 22 seconds. They try to throw it inside, and there's Barnes. Barnes is running. She's got help. She's going to take it coast to coast. It's in for, I've got her 13th point of the night. 10 seconds. We'll have the last shot if there's not a turnover. Here it is. From almost half court, bounces, misses, rebound belongs to Taylor Bain. And this contest is in the books. A district win, evening their record at 2-2 for the Jackson Christian Lady Eagles. They have 55, the Lady Rebels of Tipton Rosemark 18. And we're going to take a 2-minute timeout and come back.
We offer live webcasting for families. It kind of came out of when so many warriors were going overseas to war. We have learned to offer families more choices, that we want to serve our families well and serve our families better.
Great American Sports makes sports an addiction. Located at 125B Old Hickory Boulevard, East in Jackson, we specialize in teen sports for youth leagues, schools, and churches. We can embroider and screen print team uniforms. We also have sports equipment, Under Armour and Adidas clothing, and anything else you need for your teen sports. You can email or call us for all your teen sports needs. Great American Sports, make sports an addiction.
Football looks fun. I bet I would have been great at it. The first football playing deer, they would have made a movie about me and everything. Probably get Kurt Russell to play me. But alas, me and my dreams run right over again.
For fast, reliable collision repair, trust the experts at Mitchell's Body Shop.
And get back out there.
Dynamics Physical Therapy, your elite provider in sports medicine and performance. Now serving communities throughout West Tennessee.
At McCoy's Heating and Air, our #1 priority is keeping you and your loved ones cozy this holiday season. If your HVAC system needs an upgrade, call McCoy's for quick, quality installation. Don't wait. With the purchase of your new unit, you will receive our Keep Cozy gift bag filled with cozy essentials for the cold weather ahead. To schedule your system upgrade, call 731-668-7492 or visit airmccoy.com. McCoy's Heating and Air, Jackson's most trusted team of technicians.
Championship DNA. That's what you find at Jones Chevrolet at Three-Way. A full line of new Chevrolets plus West Tennessee's largest used car inventory. State-of-the-art service work and pre-approved auto loans online at JonesChevroletHumboldt.com. Shop with a winner. Jones Chevrolet at Three-Way.
Downtown is thriving and the Blacksmith Restaurant is leading the pack. From the rustic dining room to the unmatched patio, eating local with family is what we're about. Live local, eat local, relax local.
Home furnishings, appliances, bedding, and so much more. Kaufman's at the Bypass and Oil Well Road in Jackson. Furnishings for every room in your home. Custom upholstery options too. And our fully stocked warehouse helps prevent supply chain delays. Kaufman's, for your life.
And we are back here at Jerry Askew Gymnasium on the campus of Jackson Christian School. Brian Bullard, Coach Joe Holloway. We'll give you some scoring in a minute. Brian has got some of those great nachos. Go by and see Chuck Ray and his crew down there. But a big win for Jackson Christian, a district win, 55-18. And as soon as Brian gets his headset on, we will get some final comments. Brian, what are your thoughts on the previous contest, and then we'll talk about the boys.
Well, Coach, it's one of those things where you know that Tipton's young, and we have a chance to come in here and play well and put some points up. And we took advantage of that, and we did what we had to do. We got the job done.
That is important, to get the job done. And I'm going to total up a few more of the points that we were double-checking, and there is your new roster for them. It's a little smaller than we usually have, but thank them for sending us those rosters. They're very important. Both coaches have been extremely nice from Tipton Rosemark, and we appreciate that. There are still good guys in basketball and football and baseball. You don't run into many bad guys very often. There's still a few. The officials were young, except for Skip. They were trying, but they did a creditable job in that game. Now, the tempo will pick up a little bit in this one, and you got to talk to Kyle. And before we take that time out, tease them a little bit about what Kyle wants the fans to know.
You know, we bounced back from a tough loss. We had a snatched a victory from TCA, had a tough loss kind of taken from us a little bit there at the end by Sacred. You know, turn around here and have another region matchup. They're going to do a lot of good things offensively. We have to guard, which we know we will, make shots, and try to control Ramsey there in the paint.
Absolutely, and that is no small task to do that right there. The young men from Tipton Rosemark are hard-nosed. They will play their hearts out. Their girls, in building their program, play hard. But we're going to take a timeout, and when we come back, we'll talk more about this contest.
At Arrington Funeral Directors, we accept all pre-arranged funerals. So you may have pre-arranged your funeral in this town with another funeral home or even in another state, but we accept all pre-arranged funerals because we're here to serve families.
Buying a home is a major milestone, and at the Bank of Jackson, we want to help you achieve it. Our mortgage specialists can assist you with conventional, VA, FHA, or construction loans, as well as USDA and THDA development loans. Serving the Jackson area for 25 years. The Bank of Jackson, your down-home community bank. You belong here. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Thompson & Smith, the area's premier independent insurance brokerage, has been serving families and businesses in the region through its founding companies since 1927. With their many insurance company partners, Thompson & Smith provides insurance products for family, home and auto, contractors, retailers, restaurants, manufacturers, medical and dental clinics, as well as any other business or organization seeking quality coverage, risk management expertise, and customer-focused service. Call them today to discuss your insurance needs.
At Lonnie Cobb Ford, we now give you a warranty for life on the engine and transmission. That's right, a warranty for life at no cost to you. Unlimited time, unlimited mileage, but it's only at Lonnie Cobb Ford in Henderson, where cars really are cheaper in the country.
The BallGame Blitz Sports Network by Worthy Road Studios. With over 750,000 views in 2022, we are where you need to advertise. Please subscribe to our Worthy Road Studios YouTube channel and join the other 4,000 subscribers watching local sports, including Union University, USJ, TCA, Jackson Christian, and Peabody. Our multi-camera broadcasts include slow-motion instant replay, on-screen scoreboard and graphics, and professional announcers. Thanks to our sponsors who make it all possible. BallGame Blitz Sports Network by Worthy Road Studios, the premier sports broadcast network in West Tennessee.
We are back here see people getting all kinds of great concessions and stuff. Brian and I are enjoying our concession stand is second to none. Go by. And you know what? Even if you don't buy anything, there's some great people in there to talk to. Good Christian people, Brian.
Yep. We were just visiting for a minute, got some apples and some nachos, and I'm sure there's plenty of good food left, and they should do a good job. Just talking to my wife from a distance there, just saw her get here. So another good night here at Jerry Askew Gymnasium, Coach, and excited about watching these guys play.
Oh, absolutely. We've got some fine young men down there on the floor. One of the deeper teams that Coach has had since he's been here. The only bad part is we're kind of busted up a little bit and trying to get some people healthy.
Yeah, we talked about Zach at halftime, and Zach went to the doctor today, and Coach Teichman wasn't able to talk to him yet, so he is not dressed out. He did say that when he comes back, he'll have to come back in spurts, and so we're looking forward to getting him back. And Tucker Jones still in that boot from a JV game, and a couple guys that have transferred over to his coach, and a couple really talented players that will be able to play for us next year that we're excited about as well.
And we've got a couple of our younger players dressed out too. Some of the JV guys filling in some of those slots admirably, and we've gotten some great minutes out of Vaughn, who plays a lot, and Cole Vargason gave us some great minutes at TCA the other night.
Yeah, I'm looking for Mason to be a step better than he was the other night. Coming off sickness, hopefully his body is better, and he gave us some good minutes there against Sacred. And like you said, tremendous minutes against TCA when Mason was out. Two good young players, excited for their futures here.
Well, Mason, though, in the fourth quarter warmed up. He hit that big three when we made our comeback, actually took the lead, and to come that close and then lose it at the last. Got 43 seconds and counting on the clock, and in just a matter of moments, Brian Bullard will bring you the starting lineups for this boys contest, which will be hard fought, and I believe this is a new head coach for their boys team, and he did not put it on the roster. But never fear, because remember, they were kind enough to bring us some rosters. But let's see if we can switch things. This is Kurt Covian, I guess. I will let you.
Covian, maybe?
Covian, we'll listen to Brother McLean.
Number 11, freshman Kingston Words, starting at guard. Good-looking young player, Coach.
He is.
Number 21, Nick Fullen, is a freshman. That Fullen name is well known.
Yeah, we know about that.
I think we faced a Fullen just about every year I've been here.
And we've watched him toe to Pumpkin a few times.
That's right. That might be his brother because he's a freshman. But there's Eli Ramsey we talked about, number 23. Number 25, sophomore Dylan Butler. And rounding out the starting lineup, remember Sam from last year.
Oh, yeah.
The three-point shooter, Sam Cannon, is a senior. So 2 seniors, 2 freshmen, and a sophomore. And time for the starting lineups for your Eagles. And it's the freshman coach, like you mentioned, Mason Vaughn, getting the start tonight. At guard, number 1, Aiden Shaw. DJ Traylor, senior, number 2, played some big-time minutes down the stretch against Sacred to get us back in that game. And number 5, Jay Mosley. And the final starter, number 23, junior Ridgely Reagan. Eagles coached by Coach Kyle Teichman, assisted by Ryan Yates and Coach Drew Pirtle.
And this ought to be a good game. The Tipton Rosemark people say that they're a young team, and even though they got the 2 seniors, they are really kind of young. They play hard. Different style coach than they've had the past couple of years. And Kurt Covian, that's what we're going to call him, and that's my fault. And I've got the proper spelling here, but I am not sure about pronunciation. Looks like Ramsey, and you kind of figured that is going to jump for them.
Yep.
Of course, Jalen Mosley for us, he's become a fixture at that now. Tip is up, which controlled by Aiden Shaw, and the Eagles go on defense. And they're going to come out and play some man-to-man defense just like we do. Here goes Jalen Mosley. First time I've ever seen one of his soft shots roll off.
Good drive there. Just rimmed out and almost got the back tip. Did get the back tip, almost got the steal.
Just kind of went off a little bit, but hey, we hustle. Both teams will be playing some good, hard half-court pressure. Man, it's a good matchup here, DJ. I'm going to tell you what, sharp pass and scoring. They know how to find Eli Ramsey.
Yeah, Ridge did a good job denying him the ball, but Ramsey's a smart player. Got us with the back cut.
Shaw guarded by Words. That's a nice matchup right there. Words just a freshman, Shaw the junior. They cut Vaughn over the top of a screen. Mosley has it. Wanted to wheel and deal. And we set the offense. We'll have a down screen. This is Shaw, though. He wants it. He goes up. They say he wasn't fouled. The kick out. DJ thought about it. He's going to slash and gets it. It rolls in. DJ Traylor with 2. Tied it 2.
Excellent job shielding the defender with his body, Coach.
Yeah, did a great job. Mosley, and he's taking a guy with better quickness than you think he is. Thought we had a charge then, but not one. 3-pointer short by Ramsey, but it was nice form, and they get the rebound. Not only do you have to block out, but you got to go get it after you block out. Cannon gets rid of it to Ramsey. Ramsey back to Word. And Words, he's going to be a good. We left somebody open. Didn't rotate, and making the basket is Fullen, 21, Nick Fullen. And fans, I will get the girls scoring out in a minute. I had to find a lost point a while ago. I found it. Oh, it is. Beautiful execution. Nice play. The pass was great, and Reagan's basket was great. 4-4 tie. They get the ball loose over there to Butler. Butler goes up. His shot comes out. They're probably going to get Ridgely, and they do, for 2 shots.
Yeah, solid defense there by Ridgely, but I like for him to stay on the floor, trace the ball, stay on the floor, make him make a tough shot over the top of us.
Yeah, you don't want to join the paratrooper club. Sometimes it's better just to get your hands up and stay on the floor. Boy, our crowd is loud. Shot is up and good, and that young man, Brother Butler, Dylan Butler, drilled that one. He's a sophomore. He's 6'1". And they take Cannon out. Their coach is drawing rapidly for them. Ramsey was talking to the shooter for a minute. Second one, and who's it going to be off of? It's off of Tipton Rosemark. Wonder if he messed up the shooter's concentration talking to him from behind. Curtis in there. Cooper Curtis wears number 12. Here comes Shaw with the dribble handoff to Vaughn. Vaughn picks it up. We go back door, but they played it nicely. Mosley's got it. Reagan about 30 feet from the basket. And Shaw's got it again. A little bit too much congestion right now for Shaw to drive. They strip DJ. He gets it back, kicks out. Reagan kicks it over to Shaw. A lot of hand checking going on. And there is a foul. 2-shot foul.
I'll take the shooting foul, Coach, but there was 2 on the floor that I thought they kept him from driving.
Well, I thought the hand checking got a little out of hand. When you gain an advantage that way, it's supposed to be a foul. Shaw's first free throw, line drive, rolls off the rim.
Yeah, you could see it was a little flat from up here, Coach.
Yes, it was. We get a good look. Jaden Irvin coming into the game wearing number 33. Second shot up, rolled out. Irvin with the tough rebound, and he's fighting. Well, there's a lot of hands in there. Gage Boykin in, over to Traylor. His three is up and down. DJ's already got 5.
Excellent look there from Gage, finding DJ wide open.
Eagles lead 7-3 over the Rebels. Words kicks it off. They drive. We take the steal. Boykin got it. Fullen lost it to him. DJ wanted to put that move on him. A little dipsy-do like Aiden Shaw does. Here's Boykin, sets the screen. He does a lot of little things on the floor for you. Zane White in there. Zane is also one of those guys that'll do a lot of the little things, the dirty work. Nice feed. I wished we could have hit Zane earlier, though. We waited till he got surrounded.
Yeah, there was 3 guys in there. Made it tough on him.
Yep. Driving, the left-handed shot out by Ramsey, no good. Shaw comes out of there, and somebody needs to yell wolf at him because there's somebody coming behind. Here's Boykin. He leaned back just a little bit. If Gage gets that head straight up and down, you will see lots of those fall. Again, Ramsey, he has no fear, and he'll shoot it, and we know he can shoot it. We got to get on those rebounds because Ramsey out-hustled us for those. And they want a timeout, talk it over, as they don't feel like their offense is smooth enough. We're going to take a timeout with them on the Jackson Christian Worthy Road Studios Network.
Serving the Jackson area for over 20 years. Carlock Automotive, Van Drive, Jackson.
Downtown is thriving, and the Blacksmith Restaurant is leading the pack. From the rustic dining room to the unmatched patio, eating local with family is what we're about. Live local, eat local, relax local.
Ryan, I thought you had a great point that the reason they still have possession, I wished you would tell the fans they need to hear that.
Yeah, we got to have 5 guys secure it. I know we're trying to get out and run, but we can't leak out. We got to make sure we secure the basketball before we start any kind of break. And I'm sure Coach Teichman talking about that and the little things in the huddle right now.
And we've got 2 Words on the floor. Kingston Words, who wears 11, and his brother, I guess it's his brother or a relative, wears 22. So we're waiting. And that time, I thought that one was just a 30-second time.
That coach, he was taking every second of it. He wasn't worried about it.
Yep.
If they let you, might as well.
If they will let you. This is the other Demetric Words inbounding. We got it. Boykin wants to go, though. Got away with a little push-off, but a good basket.
Good job by Gage anticipating that, finishing it off with a layup.
Great defense by Gage, and he will play you some defense. You think because he's a big man like he is, he'll get after you tooth and toenail. This is Demetric Woods. Off to Cannon. Cannon gets rid of it. Is down on the baseline, back out front to Grigsby, who's in there. They use a lot of people. This is Demetric Words. They out-hustled us again for the rebound. 3-pointer up and down by Cannon. Sam Cannon, and don't let him warm up. It's 9-8 is the score. Jackson Christian the lead. It looks like Kingston Words ready to check in. Here's the lob play again to Zane White. Up and good, and Zane pays off, and the pass did too.
Yeah, if they're going to keep playing us up that high, Coach Teichman's going to continue to run that back pick.
And we do it as well as anybody in high school around here. This is Demetric Wood down on the baseline to Curtis. Curtis, he lost it, and I thought he lost it, and it wasn't off us. Massive substitutions. Reagan, Vaughn, and Mosley back in. I lost the substitutions, but I know Kingston Words was coming back in for them, number 11. And I see Butler on the floor. Of course, Cannon, who hit their 3, back on. He's still on the floor. Here's Mosley. Mosley can jump. To Jaden Irvin. Jaden Irvin's 3 up off the back of the iron, rebound to Ramsey. Eli Ramsey's a player. Good defense by us to close that down. We cut the gap. They couldn't drive us. Vaughn's got a tough matchup with Kingston Words.
And the way they space the floor, Coach, it's tough.
We had a switch, gave some help, a little traveling music. We get the ball, and they do space it well.
They may not be as talented as the two teams we played, but they still present tough matchup for us.
They play hard. It's 11-8 your score. Jackson Christian up by 3. A little token pressure. Well, they use those hands a whole lot. Now, in Memphis officiating, you get away with that. It's like a mugging in Memphis. They will let you guide, and that's the reason they put an emphasis all the time. And Demetrius Words back in there for Cannon, or Demetric. I will get its name right. I apologize. Demetric Woods, not Demetrius. Had a Demetrius Woods played for me up in Kingsport. Demetric Woods. Here we go. Mosley gets pushed, shoved, touched. Any other adjectives to describe
a lot of contact in there. Tipton's coach wanted a walk, but I think the foul came before that.
Yeah, and I think that one is on Kingston Woods. His second, team second. Now we're going to have an offensive foul. Wow. Check it out. Jaden Irvin with the call on him. Precarious three-point lead, 1:20 to go. They go high post and a step out, actually. Driving, and you know what? The human eraser himself, Brother Jalen Mosley, just erased that one.
Good block there by Jay.
Butler had an angle, and then Mosley appears. Aiden had some thoughts about going after Kingston, the pass to Kingston Woods. Count is on. We jump switch. There's a push off. They get away with it. Now, that time Ramsey walked, but it's so quick you don't see it. We're just reaching for it. We got to go grab and smash that thing. They'll get Jalen for the foul. And that should be his first, team second, if I'm correct. Third.
Ramsey felt the pressure there by Jay and held on to the ball. If he would have shot it, Jay would have blocked that one as well.
Yep. 2 shots. The left-hander shot. Shooter's touch on it. Hit and rolled in. Trailer in for Irvin. Grigsby comes back from getting some instructions from his coach. Second shot, it's 11-9. Ramsey can pull them to within 1 with nothing but string music. He's got 4, and here's a little pressure. They'll try to run him into a sideline trap. Aiden comes back towards the middle and gives himself room. And watch them, you'll see the way they play the defense. They'll try to look for a trapping opportunity. Switching, Vaughn's kick out. They recover, throw it, and they throw it right to Aiden Shaw. He's going to the hole. Body control, layup for 2, and an and 1.
You said it, Coach. Body control, staying square and actually shooting the shot and not just kind of throwing it up and hoping it goes in. And that's the big difference between sophomore Aiden and junior Aiden Shaw.
Excellent description, Brian. I'm going to remind you folks again, listen to Brian Bullard. He knows. Shot good. So we get an old-fashioned three-point play out of it and increase our lead to 4. Zane White back in the ball game.
Extending our pressure, Coach.
I like it.
Yep.
Now, this isn't the hard press, but we're going to work them. 25 is pushing off, gaining an advantage. And, again, I talk about that, but I go to these officials' meetings. Shot missed by Ramsey, but the rebound tipped back to him. He's not going to miss twice. He brings his team to within 2, and they're trying to keep Shaw from getting it. And right now they're daring us to let DJ handle the basketball. No, they're going to get Aiden for the hook.
Well, I thought they missed the big one, and then I think that was more just maybe a makeup a little bit there.
I think they had fouled Aiden earlier.
Yeah.
Kingston Words gets it off long, and it's going to be no good. The end of 1 quarter play in a white knuckler. Jackson Christian 14, Tipton Rosemark 12. Let's take a timeout.
Hey, this is Chuck Walker with Southeastern Termite and Pest Control. If you live in West Tennessee, you have a need for the services we offer. We treat for all types of pests, including bed bugs, brown recluse spiders, and other hard-to-treat pests. You don't have to spend thousands and thousands of dollars to encapsulate a crawl space. Give us a call to hear how to achieve the same thing and save thousands. Southeastern Termite and Pest Control can handle all of your termite and pest control needs, wood fungus and moisture barriers, real estate closing letters, and so much more. Southeastern, 731-660-1052.
Back at Jerry Eskew Gymnasium, Coach Joe Holloway, Brian Bullard. And did I see Blake Beckham with a baseball bat earlier, like he had taken some practice swings in the hitting cage?
So he and his son and my son are the same age, and Blake helps us. We all coach the same little 7-year-old team, and so you probably saw him headed to practice.
Yeah, I'll give Hub City Deli a little plug here, and they're one of our sponsors. Go get the Beckham. It is named after Blake Beckham. He's the one that arranged the sandwich. I've had several of those. And, of course, our fine softball coach has been here tonight, Jennifer Wheeler. What a great job. And, of course, folks, if you haven't seen Maggie Richardson pitch, you need to.
Absolutely.
Starting the second quarter, Kingston Words pass, knocked away. Great defense, and that's the little man himself. Vaughn, he's going to take it to the hole, lay it up left-handed, and good. You got to love it, Brian.
Good take there by Mason. Strong to the basket.
And another steal. DJ, we're playing a little five-finger discount pickup. The acrobatic shot by Jalen Mosley. He lost it. It's on the ground. Got to be a jump ball somewhere in there. Now, their coach gets a timeout before we can get our hands back on it. He calls a timeout. We're going to take a quick one, too.
Looking for a new and exciting career? At Jackson State Community College, we offer nationally recognized, top-rated programs designed to greenlight your career for success. With courses available in the health sciences, nursing, computer technology, and much more, your next step towards a career starts here at Jackson State. Learn how Jackson State Community College can greenlight your future at greenlightyourfuture.com.
We are back as Gary brings us back in here, and Stephanie and Adrena on the cameras, Brian Bullard up here. Here, the great Tommy McLean over there telling you can see the rebroadcast of this game on YouTube, and it'll be archived there forever. Remember our great sponsors that are on the board: Jackson State, Blacksmith, Jones Chevrolet, Dynamics, Thompson & Smith Insurance Scoreboard. We'll tell you about some other great sponsors. Please tell them you appreciate them. Boy, this contest has been aggressive.
Yeah, a lot of contact, a lot of bodies being thrown around.
Here's a shot up and good. Was that Curtis under there that hit it?
That was Demetric Woods.
Okay, Demetric.
Words, excuse me.
Words. I keep wanting to say Woods, too. That's his first basket. And we tried it. We didn't get it high enough for
Yeah, they
for Zane.
recognized it that time.
I think we still got a chance if they just throw it high enough that – because Zane will reach. He's got a good long arm. He could have reached out and got that one, but it was too low. Here's Words, gets stripped, and he gets it back. We are a little slow on some things to the ball. Uh-oh, goodbye, and there's no foul on that one. Forget that. They used to say in baseball he hit it in the nickel seats. Bill Russell and Will Chamberlain used to knock them in the nickel seats, so I guess those are the nickel seats tonight. Words has it. He gets it to Demetric Woods. And my apologies to that young man. It is Demetric. Ball's out of bounds off us. You know, our hands and stuff are good. I just feel like we're a little slow to the basketball and we're not getting down on the floor like we ought to.
Right.
Now okay, that's ours. Yes. Good call by all of our cheering section down there. They are active tonight. See Coach Jason Shelton in the back of that picture. He's actually our athletic director, but what a fine coach he has been. Little dribble weave, outside action. Shaw, reverse pit. They got the back door. We overthrew it, but look at Zane White make something out of it.
Really good catch and balance there by Zane. He's made a couple shots like that this year.
Yes, Zane very acrobatic as that ankle gets better and better. We're fixing to have three-man substitution. We tipped it, and they lost concentration on. You catch the ball with your eyes, your hands, and your feet. That is echoing in my head from Don Meyer and Bill Henry. Oh, me. Nightmare. And Ramsey says one got away then, gang. They are trying to give Aiden some real heat. Aiden comes across at the 7 count that time.
Close.
Yeah. To Irvin. There's trying to slip it. They fake the screen and slip it. Boykin wants it. That one's up and it's good. That's the reason I didn't say anything then, because you knew that one was good. From downtown Jackson, Tennessee, Gage Boykin with 5. This Demetric Woods, and you make a basket and then you get a rebound. But good defense caused that bad shot.
Right.
Here we go. Aiden Shaw made that one look good. 5 points for Shaw, and it's a 23-14 game. I think you'll see Ramsey, and yes, they are. They're going to check him and 2 others back in very quickly.
Yeah, he was trying to steal some rest for him.
Yeah, and now Ridgely Reagan plays Windex man and cleans the boards, and it would be big to put a basket up of any type. 2, 3 free throws. Shaw's shot going to be a little short coming off, and a nice rebound by Grigsby for them. They were running 5 out then, and with the crew they got, that's probably what they want to run. A little dribble drive motion out of 5 out. Kingston Wood shot in, out, and in for his second basket. It's a 2-pointer.
And that's a tough shot, Coach.
Yes.
Falling away.
And they bring it to Irvin, and where they are, there's the hand checking again. And I'm going to have to get a clarification, extra step. Jaden meant well, but here comes Ramsby and Cannon back in along with Nick Fullen. You're right about there have been a lot of the Fullen children go through Tipton Rosemark. From them, their former headmaster, John Scott's wife here, John, went to church, which is a good thing. Look at Gage Boykin play some defense. Wow. We left a man open, and look at the defense by Jaden Irvin. Quick hands.
Good job.
The idea was good, but you got a ball fake even when it's above your head. Fake a side pass. Offensive foul, but they didn't call it. And it's getting a little too handsy out there. Young man, you let a mugging happen in our backcourt.
Wow.
And then call a charge for an elbow.
DJ did a good job. He was upset, but he walked away. Good job.
I'm proud of him.
Good job getting out of there. That's a tough call. You got to turn around and play defense.
Now, any of you people that watch this film, including at the TSSAA office, you know he missed that call. Left-handed shot off the iron. We did not have good position. Ridgely just has to tip it up. DJ was alert. And now, gentlemen, we must advance the basketball because you've got at least a 5 count already. Shaw with the basketball. We go to our box, screen down, screen on the baseline. And the layup is good. Shaw. Brian, we may have to see more of that because of the amount of holding going on.
Yeah, Ridgely couldn't even get through the lane without getting yanked on.
Now, we're fouling, too. See, Ridgely should have been called then for a foul. He's playing aggressive, but we got to. Maybe they're going to let him play that way. That one's going to fall, and that is Ramsey. I've got him for his 8th point. And I'll check it. Mine is unofficial. I try to check the book as much as we can. 2:45. Vaughn with the basketball. 6-point lead, Jackson Christian. Boykin won it, and he's capable from there. Fullen made sure he didn't get another one off like that. Here's the shot, a little short. It won't roll in. Boykin fought for it, goes up, lays it in. And Boykin playing with a little vengeance tonight.
Great job by Gage, but you got to leave the ball alone when it comes out of the.
Oh, I was looking down right, and did Gage grab it?
It shot out of there, and the ref stopped it, so I'm guessing it's delay of game on him.
Should be a delay of game warning. Now, you only get one of those before you get a technical.
Yep. Good job, though. Gage working hard in there.
And really and truly, if you administer the rule properly, and I need to go back and read my rule book, none of our guys can grab it and hold it like that now. That's more of a team warning than individual. There's a walk. Thank you. Very good. Call it as quick as I do.
That time he stopped him with his body and forced to travel. That's good defense by Ridgely.
I can get a little testy. Please be consistent. Both teams deserve a well-called game. Taylor entry to Reagan. He's it's getting a little chippy. Nick Fullen with the foul. Team fourth. The referees, all they've got to do is gather both teams that are on the floor and say something. Here's the Vaughn. Vaughn, a good kick out. Shaw thought about it, went that way. They'll probably get a hold on the floor. And Ramsey ready to check back in. And that's the second foul on Demetric Words. One 4 cross, we lob up. It's too far back. Jalen handled it and made something out of it. He really wanted it closer to him on the front side. Kingston Words with the basketball. Over to Ramsey, who can make something happen. We're bumping him. Now that time we did foul him. I don't care if we had the ball. He got 2 hard body checks. But it hasn't been called on anybody tonight. So I guess that's consistency. Kingston Words, his shot no good. Again, they're inside of us. Fullen kicks it out. Cannon wants 3 from the left side. Cannon's shot goes over the back of the rim and out of bounds. It'll belong to Jackson Christian, holding a 10-point lead. I would say the fans on both sides are also a little testy right now. Gentleman from Tipton Rosemark, I don't blame him. I would have been frustrated. Shaw in control of the basketball. Reagan comes out. Ridgely Reagan, he got bodied then, but that's not one you call foul. Nice drive, Brian.
Excellent shot, Ridge, controlling his body, going away from his strong hand there.
Look at Vaughn step in. Let's see, he had, 4 interceptions, but he went to sleep. You got to know, and somebody should have been yelling Wolf or something. Yeah. Wolf is kind of the opposite of Oski. Oski tells you get an interception in football. It's out of bounds, belongs to us. Wolf tells you there's somebody coming up behind you for a back tip.
Yeah, you got to feel that presence, and he's young, and he will a crossover right there.
You got to feel it, but I'm going to throw a little blame towards his teammates. They got to help him.
Got to be vocal.
Wolf, Mason Wolf, like that. And Grigsby waiting to check back in. I was checking my book and not sure why they didn't let him come in. He was at the table in plenty of time. Backdoor play, and I give Ramsey credit. He played it perfectly.
Yeah.
Slightly beat. We thought we had him, and too much emphasis on getting up without getting a shot. And I bet a buck they get Aiden.
Well,
I'm not sure the mechanics are right. Not sure the call is right. Aiden will come out. He has 2, and with 33 seconds, we sure don't need him getting a third one. Line out of bounds play. They get it in to Kingston Words. He drives with 30 seconds. His shot is blocked. I know why DJ asked, because it looked like it wasn't, but it looked like it was tipped last by Tipton Rosemark. Good effort, DJ. Ramsey to inbound. Cutter's moving, and tell you what, nice effort by the offensive man. And what in the world? Okay, Kyle got the timeout. Boy, it's getting interesting here. Our pad's still out in the locker room, but let's take a 30-second timeout.
Do you want your smile to say it all? At Elite Dental Care, we'll make you and your family feel comfortable and secure with a variety of services and state-of-the-art care. We offer sedation dentistry that will make your time in the dental chair comfortable and relaxed. Come by and see our newly renovated and expanded office in Jackson. or one of our other convenient locations in Trenton or Dyersburg. Trust your smile with Elite Dental Care, and let your smile say it all.
We are back here in a very physical contest. Brian, some quick thoughts right before we go to halftime in this last play.
Yeah, 18.8, our ball. Get a good shot here, but I'd like to see the officials. I like letting them play, but clean it up and let's have some freedom of movement and some basketball going on.
Just a little preventive officiating will help. Tell the kids, hey, keep putting your hands on them. You keep bumping them like this, we're going to call foul. Nice pass by Cole Vargason. You see it move around the horn. Oh, I'd love to have seen Vaughn load it up. It's got to be out off of number 11, Words. Grigsby pleading his case.
1.8. We got no hour clock here.
That's right. That's all we got to get a shot. Vargason, and is he going to the line for two? Skips Jones says yes, he is. So Vargason in there wearing number 15, and he'll go to the line for some Great American Sports free throws. We wisely pull everybody off. Now they've got time to get it if it comes off the rim and basically throw it. Vargason's first shot up and good. And if I remember correctly, Cole was in middle school a very good free throw shooter.
Yeah, he's a good shooter, good scorer.
He hit two. He's already hit two, hadn't he? I guess he has three coming.
Yeah, it was a three-point shot.
Okay, I didn't see his footing. He drills all three of them. Big free throws. Now they've got catch at 4, catch, 1 dribble, and throw.
Do not foul.
Yep. Ramsey is going to load it up, but I don't think he got it off. And at halftime, what was a white knuckler in the first quarter has turned into a 34-19 lead, Jackson Christian over the Tipton Rosemark Rebels. Let's take a timeout on Worthy Road Studios.
This could be a true story. On October 3rd, a 2003 hatchback struck and killed a deer that goes by the name Buck. I know, right? He now has Buck's head proudly displayed on his living room wall. He tells a different story.
Shot it.
No, he didn't.
And to hide his lie, he took his car to Mitchell's body shop.
No, I didn't.
Yes, he did. And lucky for him, they made it look good as new. And as for Buck, the story continues.
Thompson & Smith, the area's premier independent insurance brokerage, has been serving families and businesses in the region through its founding companies since 1927. With their many insurance company partners, Thompson & Smith provides insurance products for family, home and auto, contractors, retailers, restaurants, manufacturers, medical and dental clinics, as well as any other business or organization seeking quality coverage, risk management expertise and customer-focused service. Call them today to discuss your insurance needs.
Dynamics Physical Therapy, your elite provider in sports medicine and performance. Now serving communities throughout West Tennessee.
Serving the Jackson area for over 20 years. Carlock Automotive, Van Drive, Jackson.
And we're back at Jerry Eskew Gymnasium. Our guys lead 34-19 at halftime, and we are joined by special guests here tonight. My first time to talk with them on the air. Athletic Director, Dean of Students, Coach Jason Shelton. Coach, first off, how you doing tonight, and what are you seeing from our guys here in the first half?
Oh, man, they just play so hard, and they do such a good job defensively. For folks that watch basketball or watch a little bit, if you'll watch, they do something as good as any team that I've seen, especially at the high school level, of giving defensive fakes. They'll be in a gap and a guy may be about to get beat, and you'll see the defender just fake at the ball and he stays with his guy. And it makes such a huge difference to be able to do that. And they're similar enough size, they switch a lot of things, but they don't switch it lazy. Like, they switch it to take something away. And that keeps their aggressiveness. If they were, if they're just out there switching and all this kind of stuff, a lot of times guys get soft. But if you switch it to take something away, it may the aggressive nature that we have defensively, it just adds that much more to it.
And if you watch, and I've been at a lot of Kyle's practices just from being around, that's something he pays a lot of attention to detail and coaches that in. Am I correct?
Oh, for sure. He did not get that from his college coach, and probably maybe not even as much from his high school coach. Because Dennis King, who he played for at Brentwood High, was unbelievable. Coach King's a great coach, no matter which end of the floor. But Dennis King was a master of coming up with about 3 new actions to get Kyle the ball or get somebody the ball between this game to the next game. And he played for a high school coach that was a great teacher. And that just made such a difference in him, even as a player at the college level and all those things. For folks that don't know, I actually coached Kyle in college however long ago at Freed-Hardeman. And he came in, highly intelligent guy, 30-something on the ACT, I think about a 32 on the ACT, and played basketball like it. And sometimes that doesn't always happen.
Coach, let's switch gears. Let's go back to our girls in the first game. Big win there. I couldn't see from up here how many young Lady War Eagles. That was the Sycamore now. I'm going old school. How many Eagles did we have over there?
Oh, shoot, I bet there were 20. I bet there were 25 little girls back there. And they played one of the more complete games that I've seen them play. I just got through talking to Elena. It was the best game I've ever seen Elena play in the post offensively. She stopped dribbling the ball for no reason. She made post moves to be able to score. And when she did use her dribble, it led her somewhere. And she looked at me over there in the student section. I said, Elena, you did such a good job on it. She goes, you know why? I said, why? She said, because Coach told me if I dribbled for no reason, I'd be sprinting tomorrow. And she believed him, and that's exactly what happened. I'm telling you. They just all got better. Taylor is kind of coming back into her – she just played last year with that messed up bone in her back and whatever that was, and just did such a good job trying to fight through. And I just feel like every time she's out there more and more now, she is getting back to the young lady that we saw in middle school and early high school with the things she's able to do. Her step-through move she scored on the break tonight, and she just can make plays like that we may not have that many that can get that done at this point. She's long and athletic and can handle, can see. It just makes a difference. But they're as depleted as they can get, but, boy, they sure played well tonight.
Absolutely. And as an undersized post player like I was back in the day, I love to see the up and under and quick moves, decisive from Elena, and also passing it out for threes when they guard her, and they did a good job at times as that. Coach, we're getting ready to start the second half. What do you look forward to this half from our guys?
I would say offensively, Kyle and them will look to do a few more things with some curls and some back cuts in their motion and get the ball changing sides just a little bit more. Look to get a little more forward catches below that volleyball line to allow them to be able to hit those guys and cutters. These guys are doing a really good job of trying to take some things away themselves. They're pretty physical, putting their hands on guys and doing things. And the officials are either going to call it one way or the other, I guess. But they've kind of just let it go at this point. And then all of a sudden you randomly get one. But it got a little chippy there, so it'll be interesting to see how it goes.
That's right. Coach Jason Shelton with us tonight. Halftime, Coach. If you can make it Friday, we'd love to have you come talk some basketball with us. We appreciate it. Coach Jason Shelton, Eagles up 34-19. We'll take a 2-minute timeout and come back for the second half.
So we get asked a lot, why come to Hub City Deli? I got 3 reasons for you. First, we're local. Spending your dollars in a local business keeps those dollars within the community. Second, our people. Our staff are the most hardworking folks in the business. I couldn't do it without them. They are my most valuable asset. Lastly, our food. The food is what keeps the guests coming back. We source the highest quality ingredients available. Most of our food is scratch made with love every day. So what are you waiting for? Come see us at Hub City Deli, your craft deli.
Downtown is thriving and the Blacksmith Restaurant is leading the pack. From the rustic dining room to the unmatched patio, eating local with family is what we're about. Live local, eat local, relax local.
This is how we Friday night. How do you Friday night?
This is how we Friday night.
This is how we Friday night.
This is how we Friday night.
No matter how you Friday night, you always win at Kaufman's.
Championship DNA. That's what you find at Jones Chevrolet at Three-Way. A full line of new Chevrolets plus West Tennessee's largest used car inventory. State-of-the-art service work and pre-approved auto loans online at JonesChevroletHumboldt.com. Shop with a winner. Jones Chevrolet at Three-Way.
Downtown is thriving and the Blacksmith Restaurant is leading the pack. From the rustic dining room to the unmatched patio, eating local with family is what we're about. Live local, eat local, relax local.
Home furnishings, appliances, bedding, and so much more. Kaufman's at the Bypass and Oil Well Road in Jackson. Furnishings for every room in your home. Custom upholstery options too. And our fully stocked warehouse helps prevent supply chain delays. Kaufman's, for your life.
We are back after a big victory by the Lady Eagles, and our Eagles are leading 34-19. We cannot let Ramsey get hot, Coach.
Yeah, and great interview, Coach, with not really interview, just Coach Shelton and I just talking basketball up here. It was good to hear his perspective of Kyle and our Coach Teichman and our defense and our effort and things like that. And he said, you know, he looks for us to get into our action a little bit more offensively. They've done some stuff to take it away. I think if we set some hard screens and move without the ball, we can get whatever shot we want and extend this lead.
And I got a chance. Now, Tony did not get a chance to talk to him sometimes after the ball game. The girls coach watching the game for Tipton Rosemark, Coach Rachel Lee, one of his assistants, is one of my former players' daughters, thought the same thing that you and I did. Maybe the officials need to let the gentlemen on the floor know that we're a little bit rough, guys, and let's play basketball and not wrestle.
Yeah, you don't want anybody losing their temper. You especially don't want anybody getting hurt. So we'll see what it looks like coming out of the half. But you know what, Coach? You got to play how it's being called and adjust to it and do the best you can. It's not always going to be perfect, so we know that. And these guys are giving it everything they've got.
No truer words said, and when you hear Brian talking, I'm not just joking or having fun when I say it. If he tells you the sun is purple polka dot, it probably is. Check it out. There's a good picture, Skip Jones, by our camera crew with our one and only Ridgely Reagan, who has given another tremendous effort tonight.
Doing a lot of good things on the boards and scoring a little bit for us as well.
Vaughn with three, not Vaughn, but Ferguson with three big free throws at the end. That time we had, was it tipped? Okay, it is off DJ. Well, that was the right call.
Yeah, they're gonna get it right.
I hope, yeah.
He couldn't see his hand, yeah.
There we go. The veteran Skip Jones helped him get that one right. Skip had to step in and get things right. Got to keep, and originally he's got a tough task. 223s playing each other. He's got Eli Ramsey. This is Kingston Words. DJ is good on him. We will trap out of this. We got to rotate. Here's the shot up by Cannon. You cannot leave Cannon alone that much.
We have to know where Sam is. He's a good shooter. That's his second one of the night.
I would have liked to have seen somebody, and I bet Kyle would have too, rotate. Even though Vaughn was trying to get there, somebody else could have gotten there quicker.
Yeah.
So it's 34-22, a 12-point lead. Shaw, and being honest, it was a great shot. And if they're not calling it, it's not a foul, but he did clear out.
A little bit, yeah.
But if it's going to be a physical game, this will be good practice for when we go and get Memphis officials. They run a little hook with their wing player. This is Ramsey, and you don't want to do that. Let him have an eye at it. You must make him rush his shots. He's got 11.
That was deep, Coach.
Yes, it was. He's got NBA range. And, of course, we remember him from last year. Didn't he get hot on us down there?
I believe so.
And that one off the iron, rebound, and this time they're probably going to get us for a foul that time.
Jalen trying to swipe at the ball and got Ramsey there with the contact.
Yep, and that's his third foul. That is an item. First team foul. Dalen needs to be judicious the rest of the way on fouls. Nice crossover. They set the screen. We switch, and we get the steal. Boy, can Mosley get up. Flushed it. Dipsy-do dunkaroo for 2 points.
Made it look easy, Coach.
Yes, he did. That's like one of those touchdowns he caught going up in the air, probably 5 feet above the defensive back. Nice drive by Kingston Words.
You don't see our defense give up too many straight line drives like that. Coach Teichman definitely won't be pleased with that.
No, there will be a little note written. And that's our second turnover like that. We're not connected. But that lack of help then, that doesn't set well because he's a very good defensive coach.
And I believe there, it looked like DJ may have been trying to curl that, and Aiden thought he was coming to the ball, so we got to communicate there.
Yeah, we got to be on the same page, get the same read. 38-27. We're in the third quarter play. Kingston Words gets a screen. We fight over it, and there's an offensive foul. 12 leaned into that. Cooper Curtis just a little bit.
And you used to could get away with the roll before you really set the screen, but they've really cracked down on that. You got to be set and get the screen.
I'm with you on that one, Brian, and he added a little extra with the lean, and you just can't do that. Nice pass and a good basket. Vaughn to Mosley. Mosley's got 6 now in the game, 4 in this quarter. 5-12 and counting. Third quarter play. DJ, you got to love DJ Traylor. We're going to miss him next year when he's a senior. Since he's a senior. And Ramsey, he's good. DJ almost had him a good block. Or did they get somebody else for a hand or something?
I think he got DJ, but it looked pretty good. No,
yeah, he got DJ.
Somebody else.
No, I thought it was 12 that he put up.
He got on Ridgely with the body. Yeah.
Oh, he got 2-3. Wow.
His DJ's contact looked pretty clean from where we are.
Yeah, I thought he had him a block at that. This is deadly right here. Oh, he missed one. Wow. Ramsey does not miss from that distance. We got a break then. Found out that the Tipton Rosemark girls coach is a former student, player up at Bethel, knows Diamond Dave McCulley, who's one of the Worthy Road Studios broadcasters. Ramsey's shot, look how smooth. That child has a very nice shot. And he's actually a young man. He's not a child. Grigsby guarding Shaw, and I think that's a mismatch. Kick out, and they're going to get a block this time. And that one is on Ramsey. Should be his second. I'll check it and make sure, but it is. 2 team fouls on them. 40-28, 12-point lead. Game just kind of rocking back and forth. Both teams more matching baskets right now. Tried the curl cut over the top. We turned it over. Grigsby wants to take it all the way to the hole. Stops and gets it. It's Grigsby's first 2. Here's DJ with the basketball. It's a 10-point game. Nice cut, even though they played good defense on it by Jalen. Here's Traylor to Vaughn. Vaughn sets it up. Will it go? Straight enough, but not enough to get over the rim, and it looked like that number 12, Cooper Curtis, got the rebound. He did. Demetric Words back in there on the right wing with the basketball. Goes up. Vaughn forces him to pass it. There's a little travel. Substitutions had my mic down too low.
You got Zane, Gage, and Jaden coming in for probably, I would say, the remainder of this quarter. Get some fresh legs out there.
Good crew coming in there. And these young men that came in have scored some points during their time in there. Falling away a little bit, Aiden shot short. It'll go out of bounds and should belong to Tipton Rosemark.
Important 3 minutes here, Coach. We got a double-digit lead, and we need to hold on to it. We don't need to let these guys cut into it any more than they have.
And we had a 15-point lead at one time, and they are going to the hole. Curtis with that basket. Cooper Curtis cuts the lead to 8, so now we've got to score to maintain that 10. Shot up and good. And is that Zane White?
Big time three. Much needed three by Zane White.
We get a 3. Zane White gets it. Let's take a timeout.
The most important benefit when you buy from Jones Chevrolet at Three-Way? Peace of mind. Jones Chevrolet's warranty forever comes with every qualifying new and pre-owned vehicle. Powertrain coverage for as long as you own your vehicle. Find out more at Jones Chevrolet in Three-Way.
This is how we Friday night. How do you Friday night?
This is how we Friday night.
This is how we Friday night.
This is how we Friday night.
No matter how you Friday night, you always win at Kaufman's.
We're back. You see a great shot by Adrena and Stephanie of Kyle Teichman, our team. We lead, and we got the word USJ got beat by Sacred Heart tonight. Okay, did you get the score, Brian? I know
I think
Paul
it
was
said 73-56. Maybe don't quote me on that.
Yeah, but a district win for Sacred Heart. But they have a loss to TCA.
Yes. And Coach Teichman mentioned there's a 4-way tie for first place right now.
Very,
so
very
we're
interesting.
Still in a good place. We just got to keep winning.
Yeah, we have to win tonight to keep pace. And we've got an 11-point lead thanks to Zane White's 3. Grigsby has it. Back to Grigsby. Grigsby's 3, left-handed off. And it was, let's see, TCA Lady Lions only beat Fayette Academy 57-50. Wow, Paul's got that score up. Here comes Vaughn. You know, before he graduates, I see him jump stopping there and popping the ball from about 15 to 17. Boykin wants it, fires. The rifleman, nothing but net. He shook hands with Scott Conger on the way back to play defense.
Big time 3 there by Gage, putting it back out to 14.
Gage, yeah, he has 10 points already on the night. Nice job on our defense, but give the young man credit to pivot away, and we foul him. 25, that's Butler. 33-17. TCA leading 33-17 over Fayette Academy and the boys. So it looks like they're on their way to keep pace. Boy, Butler with some nifty work there.
Thought Jaden was going to get a tie-up, but we weren't able to get the jump ball there.
Well, he yanked it away from him, and Butler won that tug-of-war. Very important we stay. And 12 rode Gage Boykin like he was on a horse and pushed him out of bounds. Go back and look at these things on tape, folks. That was interesting. Boykin showing a man of war speed down there. Gets the pass across the baseline to Irvin. To Zane White. Zane cuts, looking for the ball. 2 cutters. There goes Shaw out on the left side to Irvin, who gets it to Shaw. Shaw's got a little room. Will he take it? And they say it was on the foul, and I think the officials bailed him out on that one. He was losing the ball.
Yeah, we'll take it, definitely.
Oh, yeah. We are not proud. We will take it. Even Paul Schultz will take that foul. 1-4 across. We screen across, go outside with our shooters. And we're tied up, and we just lob it up in the air because the count was getting late. Zane White jumped up. He's got good springs to Boykin. Shaw wants to wheel and deal. He's got a little room towards the right side, but he passes down the baseline to Zane White. Cutter through. Zane hits the gap.
We got a space. We're getting on top of each other.
Keep slipping down there under the goal, all of us. That one rolls off. Zane White hustling. Let's see if they get a rebounding foul, and on whom. I'm scared to even predict now.
All right. Oh, it's going to call it on Ramsey, Coach.
Ramsey got the foul. Now
it's 2 shots. He was going up with the shot.
Yeah, I thought he was going to get 2 out of it. They're going to say it's just a rebounding foul.
No, he's saying 2. We're just not on the same page. There we go.
Okay, Zane White goes to the line. 4 team fouls on Tipton Rosemark right now. Let's see. Zane has not been at the free throw line tonight. We're still in the 3rd quarter. Paul Schultz is going to take our picture. I think everybody needs to say peaches tonight. There it goes off the back of the iron. That's not like him. It looked like it came out of the fork where the index finger is to that left side. Vaughn gets a well-deserved rest.
Yeah, Mason with some good minutes there. Just off on that last three.
Yep.
A little bit better arc.
Well, it was
I thought he
straight
gonna
enough.
make it, yeah.
Man, in fact, you're right. The arc. Man, listen to this guy. Second one up. Man, that's the Zane White I know. He's got 8 points on the night. Everybody's contributing tonight. Now we just need some good man-to-man defense. Cornbread and onion breath defense. We switch it well. Down in the corner. He's going to try to spin. Ramsey is. The left-hander gets his way down in there. Zane gave away a couple of inches. They tipped it, but Shaw quickly grabbed it. Zane did a good job.
Good job holding his ground.
Yeah. Okay, a little carry, they say there.
I like that. It's a hesitation drill, and I thought he had his hand on top of the basketball.
I did too.
Which would have kept it legal in my opinion, but I can see
we,
the call.
we have an opinion. We're not the Supreme Court, but we do have an opinion. Look at Jaden. Jaden, I like the way the young man from Tipton tried to stop it. He didn't commit a foul. He tried to stomp what I call the floor stomp. Jaden Irvin gets on the board in the third quarter. Now they've got Kingston Words, and they kick to Grigsby, the left-hander shot. In and out, rebound. There he is, the rifleman, Gage Boykin, to give to Shaw. 8 seconds, 7, it's down to 6. Here goes Shaw up. Let's see, are they going to say it's on the floor? I did not see Skip's hands. Fouls on Grigsby. And
he's saying on free throws, the other guy come in saying on the floor, but I think the guy, it's the right call, but I think the guy that called the foul should be able to decide if it's shooting or not.
Ridgely Reagan back in. So is Jalen Mosley. Good effort by both White and Boykin. TJ's shot blocked, and Horn goes off. The score at the end of 3 quarters of play, the Eagles of Jackson Christian 49-35 for the Tipton Academy Rebels. Let's take a timeout.
Buying a car is all about you. In person, over the phone, or online, we make it simple and easy. Our place is yours, no matter where you live. LonnieCobbFord.com or Lonnie Cobb Ford in Henderson, where cars really are cheaper in the country.
Home furnishings, appliances, bedding, and so much more. Kaufman's at the Bypass and Oil Well Road in Jackson. Furnishings for every room in your home. Custom upholstery options too. And our fully stocked warehouse helps prevent supply chain delays. Kaufman's, for your life.
We are back, and the telltale fourth quarter is in. Brian, your thoughts?
Yeah, we were able to stretch that lead. They got it to 8, I believe, Coach. Able to get it back out to 14 there with some of our guys coming off the bench and giving us some really good minutes. It looks like Coach Teichman will go back to the starters plus Jaden. So Mason's still out. But going back to the starting lineup to start this fourth quarter, this is the first couple minutes. They're going to come at us. They're going to try to get steals and speed us up. So we got to handle the ball, take good shots, and let's close this one out.
And we got some good minutes out of Zane White and Gage Boykin. Thought they contributed.
Absolutely.
Yeah, one left with 8 and the other one with 10 points. I think Gage had 10 and Zane had 8. So a good night for them. But it belongs to the Rebels of Tipton Rosemark. They had a high screen, broke a cutter off of that. This is Words. We hit it, but it goes to Ramsey. We got a break, but didn't rebound, and we didn't foul. We did a good job then. Kicked across to Ridgely Reagan. He started to take Ramsey on. I think he was wise not to. Ramsey guarding Ridgely Reagan. The cutter, DJ Traylor, goes through. And that one is going to be off Ridgely. And it looked like a couple of bumper cars going down through there.
Yeah, a little contact, but he more or less just kind of pushed that ball, lost control of it.
DJ will pick up Kingston Words, a very fine point guard. Here's Mosley. You know what's fixing to happen. Dipsy-do, and he missed it. It came off the back. I like Kyle. He didn't fuss. He just clapped. That's good. There's the shot. Ramsey shot, one of the few misses he got. And here goes Mosley again. They're going to back tip him. And it's not backcourt for fans. That's one of the most uninterpreted or misinterpreted rules in basketball. Good words there, Brian, because I didn't have the good words then. Shaw wants to go. They Okay, they got the up slap.
Yeah. And it looked like the ball just slipped out of Jay's hands when he went to dunk that one. I'm not sure
It did.
what happened.
You hit that is the 4th foul on Kingston Words. That's an item for them. He's a good point guard.
Good slip.
Oh, Reagan, too. You knew that was going in. Originally, Reagan is 6 point.
A lot of times that screener can slip back and be open, and that's exactly what happened there.
Yes. 51-35, 16-point lead. So far, the district leaders are all winning tonight. Grigsby's 3 up. It was down. We ran off, then fouled him. He's going to get a basket. If we stay in there and don't start the run out, Brian, we get the rebound.
That's right.
Griggs. Jaden Irvin picks up his 3rd. If teammates, you're actually letting your teammate down, and you caused your teammates foul when you run off and don't rebound. Grigsby shot up and good. He's a nice shooter when he takes his time. Luke Grigsby. Jaden Irvin looked like a ball handler then.
There you go. Under control, getting it up the floor. They're trying to take Aiden away so we can bring it up with a secondary guy.
He's going to drive the baseline. Can he reverse layup? He left it short, may have got it tipped a little bit. Looks like, is that Ramsey with it? Yes,
It's
it is.
25.
Oh, it's 25. And that is Butler, and he's going to spin and get it in there. Butler. Wow. He'll try for an old-fashioned three-point play.
Yeah, Butler's had a couple tough finishes around the rim tonight, Coach.
Yep. That's originally Reagan's 3rd foul. It's the team's 4th foul. Team foul, that is. Butler 1 for 3 from the free throw line tonight. It's Dylan Butler. Shot it, got it. Make him 2 for 4 now. And it's back to only a 10-point lead. And at this point, that's a catchable lead.
That's right.
Some good movement this time by the Eagles. Shaw wanted it, kicks out to Traylor. Traylor goes to his left. He's cut off. Vaughn has it, looking it over, which he should do. Reagan looks it over. Thought we were going to get a back cut. Here's Mosley, missed. Rebound, Reagan. And is Reagan an acrobat or something? Remember the shot at TCA the other night?
Absolutely. An excellent job pursuing the basketball with the putback.
Words, that's Demetric Words, comes out, helps. He wants a nice pass. They don't try the reverse, and there's Mosley. 4 blocks, I think, Brian?
Yeah, something like that, yes, sir.
Shaw finishes.
That's great team basketball. Jay with the block. Originally finding Aiden there with the lay-in.
Absolutely.
Team basketball.
Grigsby, and he's hot right now.
If I'm not mistaken, Coach, he started for them as a freshman last year.
He did. He
coming off the bench this year as a sophomore, but very good offensively.
12-point lead, 4 minutes, 35 seconds. Shaw with it. Wants to wheel and deal, but they do a good job of forcing him out. It looks like with 4 fouls, Kingston Words is going to come back in. Reagan passes off. Vaughn's got it. DJ looks. He's going to the hole. And they're going to say clean block. I know what they're calling. The ball and the hand are part of the same. Ramsby, that time, if Ridgely had gone straight up and just blocked it, they wouldn't have called it, but they did.
Yeah, and he's not for sure when he's going to go up with the ball, being the secondary defender. I do like that he's going to make him earn it at the line. I don't know what they saw on the other end from our angle. It looked like there was a lot of arm, but we're a long way away.
Yeah, the only thing I can say is the ball and the hand are one and the same at that point. And they had one hand on top of the ball, which is the proper call. Other hand and body action could have been a foul. But, again, they're having to call it. We're up here safe from everybody. Free throw good as Ramsey. And it looks like the Go Squad is back in there. There was about 6-7 points in between them just in the third quarter. And White and Boykin back in there. Let's see if they push Boykin under. Oh, this time he was ready for it. Free throw was good. Ramsey's not going. He's missed one free throw in the contest. Here comes the full court heat.
Get out of there. It's a man.
Yeah.
So
Clear out and let him go to work, right? This is the man you want to go to work. 55-45. 3:56 and counting, but a long 3:56. Boykin looks it over. He had an idea if here's the three. White shot off the back of the iron. DJ probably touched it last. Let's see how they call it. Yes, they do.
That's a three that you love Zane taking. I think he was a little too wide open, Coach. He had to reset himself.
He was.
Shoot that one.
You agree. Sometimes you don't need to think about it. Just do it. Be like that Nike commercial. Just do it. Good defense there. We recovered quickly, but Grigsby, 14-footer, and we foul him and bail him out. DJ will pick up that foul. That's our 6th-team foul. And if I am right, that's DJ's 4th. No, 2nd. I'm not right. I'm looking at Ridgely's.
And that's an in-betweener, Coach. You got to just kind of let him shoot that jumper, or you're probably going to foul him at the angle he was at.
And he was going to miss that one. I guarantee he was not on. Grigsby shot it, got it. It's a 9-point contest. Vaughn going against Words. This is a good matchup. Vaughn shows his mettle, so does Words in recovering. Backdoor by Traylor. We fill with Zane White. Zane's going to make a basket cut. Shaw's got to pick it up. A lot of contact, and Kyle calls a timeout. Wisely will take a timeout.
The name you can count on. Carlock Automotive, Van Drive, Jackson.
We are back. Interesting. The officials did administer that one properly. Good timeout by Kyle Teichman.
Yeah, he could sense that team was a little out of sorts. Got it under 10 right here. Kind of the last final push for Tipton. So we have to keep taking care of the basketball. We don't want to just take the air out and try to stall, but we do want to make sure that we're taking good shots, setting good screens, and getting back on defense.
Two young coaches. I've tried to watch both of them in this huddle. Intent, teaching. There's no fussing. There's teaching going on, and I love it when coaches do that.
Yeah, both coaches on the board drawing something up. We'll see what Coach Teichman has coming out of the timeout. Probably something that he hadn't run all game, and look maybe for an easy basket right here.
Absolutely. We're in the 4th quarter. Jackson Christian leading 55-46. And we will be back here Friday night for a contest. I believe next Tuesday we go to USJ, don't we?
Sounds about right.
Yeah, that's and then
I'm about a week at a time, Coach.
Yeah, and then Trinity
so.
comes in here a week from this Friday night.
That's right. I wait for my wife to tell me what we got going on.
Well, I'm usually dependent on Miss Susan, my wife, but unfortunately she had to go to Nashville today.
There you go.
So just barely legal on that one.
Well,
it
I
was
thought
legal.
Grisby was going to have his hands on it.
Yeah, well, I was worried about us turning it over without at least making them make an effort. And they played good defense, and now I would say we were at the 3.5 count, maybe 4. Shaw and Grigsby doesn't want to pressure Shaw too hard. You want to make him give it up.
And we're going pass and cut, bringing them out wide.
Here comes Vaughn off a screen. Now that one, DJ, my man, I love you, but a little more zip on it. Boykin has some zip in him. Zane White's, of course, they come off the bench, but they're giving us some good minutes again. Here's Vaughn. Good job by the Eagles. They're taking some time off of this thing. Zane White with it. Zane needing help now. Back door. There it is. Good. Here's Shaw. He's going to score. Up. Too much French pastry that time. A lot of effort by Zane, and we kept it. Zane White gave the effort on that
Tremendous job by Zane. Coach, we've run almost a full minute off and then got it back.
Yeah, that's a good thing. Here's Vaughn. And, you know, a year from now, the young fellow will take it all the way deeper, and if he got an angle, he'll challenge, he'll pull it back out. Now, I think the bench signaled that foul. Trouble is, if my stats are right, Kingston Word's 5th foul, and that is an item.
Yeah, at some point, 1 under 2 minutes, they would have had to foul, and they get the body contact right there.
7th team foul, be 1, and if you hit it, the bonus. And that puts a little pressure on the team of Tipton Rosemark because this young man's a very good point guard. Kingston Word, just a freshman. And they also have Demetric Words, who is also a freshman. And he gets a hand from his fans. He deserves one. Their coach doing a good job working the official. I know what he's doing, and he's nice. He's just looking for the next call. Shaw at the line, his shot up and good. And, man, nothing but string music for that gentleman. After going 0 for 2, he's now 2 for 2 from the line. So 2 for 4 on the night. 1:55 on the clock. Shot it, got it. Doesn't he look good when he does it
absolutely.
that way? Now the defense got to buckle down a little. Cornbread and onion breath defense. Shot up Ramsey. It rimmed out. We drew a blessing then.
Yep.
Shaw's going to take his time. He gets across, and it wasn't but about 6 on the count. Here we go again. Nice screen by Zane. Here is Ridgely Reagan, who's in for Boykin, but we've gotten good minutes out of everybody. They try to foul Reagan. They're going to double team, and they're just grabbing at Zane. So Ramsey commits the foul. I've got him for 3. We'll see if they agree with me on the board. I know Tommy McLean agrees with me, and yes, they do. That's their 8th team foul. Zane White at the line. Zane is 1 for 2 there. First one, got it. That's big when you hit free throws. And what do you hit under 2 minutes, Brian? That's so important.
Say that again, Coach.
What do you hit as a percentage under 2 minutes? That's what's very
I'm
important.
with
This one's going to roll off, but it starts the clock running.
Just play good, solid defense. He's going to call a timeout.
And a wise timeout by Tipton Rosemark. With 1:13, let's take a timeout on Worthy Road Studios.
We realize you have a busy lifestyle, and at the Bank of Jackson, we're here to help you fulfill all of your financial needs, personal and business loans, mortgages, online banking and bill pay, and so much more. Serving the Jackson area for 25 years. The Bank of Jackson, your down-home community bank. You belong here. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
We are back. 1 long minute and 13 seconds for victory for the Eagles. Too short a time for the Rebels, Brian.
Let's hope so. A lot can happen with the 3-point shots, and we got to keep executing. Down on our end, we want to play good, hard defense. We don't want to foul and put them on the line. They'll be in the bonus on their next foul, on our next foul, so we don't want to put them on the line, make them take tough shots over the top of us, rebound, and let's go home with 2 wins tonight.
And when we get the basketball, we have got to be sure of our cuts. And I'll bet Kyle, I know him well enough, I bet he told the guys, if you start a back door, continue it on. Let's not misread each other. Very efficient young man. They have good, hard practices and a good play to get the ball inbound. They get it to their leading scorer, Ramsey to Grigsby, who's had a good 4th and the last of the 3rd quarter. He gets away from White and hits the basket. And that young man can flat play. And it looks like they're going to call another timeout. We'll take another one with the score 58-48. We'll be back after this.
King Jewelers is not your typical run-of-the-mill jewelry store. Grover is a certified jeweler with 35 years experience. This isn't just a jewelry store. It's an iconic symbol of love. How far would you go for love? King Jewelers, 16B Conrad Drive, Jackson.
Boy, we are back. Great camera work, great production by Gary Lockhart, and Adrena and Stephanie have done a good job. Brian, always good with color. Brian, what do we got to have here?
we got to handle the ball. They're going to maybe throw a press at us we haven't seen. Might still just be their man press, so we got to get it in. First things first, get the ball in.
And the ball gets away. We're coming to it, and they're going to say it was last touched by Aiden Shaw.
I don't know.
I don't know either. It should be thrown in on the side, though, not on the baseline. There, Coach, you can probably hear him in the background trying to get a side out of bounds play in. There are some good ones. We switch. They go to Ramsey low, and he's going to hit. Ramsey very effective, 4 points in this quarter. They've cut it to an 8-point game. And, yes, I agree.
Yeah.
But Kyle Teichman, don't think he didn't. I agree with him holding and giving the intentional signal. That means that we get 2 shots and the basketball. The Tipton Rosemark coach, I would plead my case if I was in his shoes too. He's doing the right thing. And you get the veteran official who knows how to handle those things.
If he swipes down at him and lets him go, they probably don't call that. But anytime you wrap him up like that and not a play on the ball, you almost make yourself look more guilty that way. So
you do. You're
swipe
right, Brian.
at the ball, get the foul, and move on.
Zane hits 2 big ones. Zane White. I've got him with 11 now in the game, so 2 guys off the bench, Boykin and White, in double figures tonight.
Big-time minutes and points from those 2 guys for sure.
Yep. If we get it in, the clock will run. We've got our 10-point lead again. Grigsby stalking Shaw. He tries to give him a little head bobble. Now everybody. Hayden drew everybody.
Yeah, got a crowd.
Thought the manager was going to run out there and coach him. And you know what DJ was trying to do? Get a shooting foul. Oh, I'm with you, DJ. Now, you got to put at least 2 guys on the line. We don't have to put any. Traylor shooting a 1-and-1. He's not been to the line tonight, and he misses that one. And they probably picked the right free throw shooter because he hadn't been to the line tonight. Ramsey shot, no good. Rebound, Sky King. Whoa, they just grabbed, and that's not an intentional foul there, but they just grabbed Ridgely Reagan.
Yeah, I think he was trying to foul Ridge, and Ridge got rid of it.
Let's see who they're going to let shoot it. 19.9 seconds, so Shaw's going to the line. Shaw was 2 for 2 his last trip. He was 0 for 2 his first trip. This is 2-shot foul. It's the 10th foul. Shot it, got it. 11-point lead, and all but 1 man will check in. And the very kind man is number 4, Lance Franks. He's going to stay on the sideline. We're going to have a timeout with the Eagles leading. Let's take that timeout.
At Lonnie Cobb Ford, we now give you a warranty for life on the engine and transmission. That's right, a warranty for life at no cost to you. Unlimited time, unlimited mileage, but it's only at Lonnie Cobb Ford in Henderson, where cars really are cheaper in the country.
We offer live webcasting for families. It kind of came out of when so many warriors were going overseas to war. We have learned to offer families more choices, that we want to serve our families well and serve our families better.
Okay, Brian, I think it's a safe lead, although one day I saw North Carolina score 7 points in 11 seconds. So no lead till it gets down to where you got to have more than a point a second is safe. And
Yeah.
I'm talking about a big margin.
Absolutely, and these Rebels are fighting, Coach. They're giving it to the end, and this has been a grinded out kind of game, and a grinded out kind of last 3 or 4 minutes.
Well-coached teams, both of them. Kyle's done a great job, and we've seen some great young coaching matchups here in the last few games. Kyle and Nick Beauregard, and Kyle and Dexter had a good one, and even though he's a little older, Jeff Jones, the USJ coach, that was a good matchup. Second one, shot it, got it, and I'm going to tell you what, in the second half, Aiden Shaw has not missed a shot. He's out of the game, so he only missed those first 2. Lots of young people. Coach, I'll let you try to get them in his last 19 seconds.
Yeah, you got Deuce Lawrence in there, Smith is in there. And Carter Smith, almost forgot his name. Carter Smith, Lance Franks, Elijah DeMoss, and Kovarkson all in for the Eagles, getting some action.
Absolutely.
I wanted to say Aaron, but I know that's not right.
Elijah is in there. I look forward to seeing him play football. We'll miss Cam Boyd, and that is the contest final right there, Horn. 62-50, the Eagles win. Ryan, I'll give you a quick statement before we take our time out.
Yeah, this one is not as easy to get up for as your crosstown rivals. You go USJ, TCA Sacred, Tipton, not one of those traditional rivals, but they always play hard and well coached. And we got it out to 14, couldn't quite pull away, but you grinded out a region win, and I'm proud of our guys tonight.
Absolutely. With the winning score 62-50, the girls winning 2, we're going to take a time out here on Worthy Road Studios.
At Arrington Funeral Directors, we accept all prearranged funerals. So you may have prearranged your funeral in this town with another funeral home or even in another state, but we accept all prearranged funerals because we're here to serve families.
Serving the Jackson area for over 20 years. Carlock Nissan and Carlock Prestige, the name you can count on. Carlock Automotive, Van Drive, Jackson.
At McCoy's Heating and Air, our #1 priority is keeping you and your loved ones cozy this holiday season. If your HVAC system needs an upgrade, call McCoy's for quick, quality installation. Don't wait. With the purchase of your new unit, you will receive our Keep Cozy gift bag, filled with cozy essentials for the cold weather ahead. To schedule your system upgrade, call 731-668-7492 or visit airmccoy.com. McCoy's Heating and Air, Jackson's most trusted team of technicians.
King Jewelers is not your typical run-of-the-mill jewelry store. Grover is a certified jeweler with 35 years experience. This isn't just a jewelry store. It's an iconic symbol of love. How far would you go for love? King Jewelers, 16B Conrad Drive, Jackson.
The name you can count on. Carlock Automotive, Van Drive, Jackson.
Hey, this is Chuck Walker with Southeastern Termite and Pest Control. If you live in West Tennessee, you have a need for the services we offer. We treat for all types of pests, including bed bugs, brown recluse spiders, and other hard-to-treat pests. You don't have to spend thousands and thousands of dollars to encapsulate a crawl space. Give us a call to hear how to achieve the same thing and save thousands. Southeastern Termite and Pest Control can handle all of your termite and pest control needs, wood fungus and moisture barriers, real estate closing letters, and so much more. Southeastern, 731-660-1052.
We are back with a great win. I'm going to give some scoring before we get some final comments. Girls win tonight. Big district win evens their district record. The boys stay with just one loss, and that's what's important, Brian, before I give the score. One loss because we kept pace with TCA and Sacred Heart.
Yeah, and that's what it's going to come down to, who slips up, and it's a tight margin right now.
And for the losing Tipton Rosemark team, their leading scorer was Eli Ramsey, which you figured young man's very good. He had 16 points tonight. Luke Grigsby coming off the bench, and he has started games for them before. We saw him last year starter. He had 10 and was in double figures. Kingston Woods with 6, Fulton with 2, Butler with 6, Sam Cannon with 6, and Curtis with looks like 2 or 4. That's 4 there. But anyway, that we have to got some crazy marks in my book tonight. For the winning Jackson Christian Eagles, Aiden Shaw led us with 15 points. Here's something I really like. 2 men coming off the bench, and they came off early. They didn't get these points in mop-up time or anything like that. Gage Boykin with 10, Zane White with 11. That's great. Ridgely Reagan had 8. Traylor had 5. Mosley had 6, including 1 dunk. And Vaughn had a big 2, but played a good floor game. And I think Coach probably will address that a little bit. Kovarkson came off and hit 3 big free throws in that, last minute of the second quarter, and a good job by him. And then some of the youngsters got to play a bit. Irvin had a big 2 also, and we hold pace. And I believe that's probably our 14th win, isn't it?
I believe so, yes, sir.
But what's important is keeping pace in the district with only one district loss. And we still have a return game at Tipton Rosemark to play. And I was impressed, both teams. Tony got to work some of his younger ones because Tinsley and Tess Little are going to get a lot of playing time. Tess is going to start. She has a little more experience than Tinsley, still the freshman. The older girls did a good job. But your comments on this game, and if you have any left for the girls' game, we'll take those also.
Well, just quickly, you mentioned Mason being handling the ball, and when we match up against teams that have a good matchup for Aiden Shaw, somebody's going to have to be that secondary ball handler, and it's usually Zach Creasy, but with him being banged up right now, it's big for Mason to be able to handle the basketball and give Aiden a break when he can, and it just gives us another option. Our girls team, Coach Helton mentioned us playing a complete game. It is one of the better games that I've seen our girls play. I just saw a picture of all the girls they had in the locker room. Just a good night for the Lady Eagles and a good night. Eagles closed us out with a victory, and excited to be back again with you guys on Friday as well, Coach.
Oh, absolutely. Looking forward to that one. Fayette Academy comes in here. They always play us tough, and we got to go there the last game of the year. We remind you that Mitchell's Body Shop is one of our great sponsors. You've seen their commercial. I've already mentioned our sponsors that were on the screen for you the whole time. Let me run through very quickly the rest of them. Tennessee National Guard, Aloha Pools, Southeastern Termite and Pest Control, Elite Dental, McCoy's Heating and Air, Hub City Deli, Alive Hydrations and Spa, Lifeline Blood Services, Kaufman's Furniture, Arrington Funeral Home Directors, Bank of Jackson, King Jewelers, Lonnie Cobb Ford, Nest Realty, Snookums Restaurant, and Lifestyle Vision. And I probably needed a little trip to Lifestyle Vision. Man, I like that scoreboard now, blown up there. Our great camera people tonight were Drina Hicks and, of course, Stephanie Janda. Stephanie does all kinds of stuff. Drina is also good at replays. We basketball don't have a whole lot. You see our screen. You see it's directed by Gary Lockhart. And, of course, Gary's also producer. Paul's the executive director. And Brian Bullard, who I have more fun. I ought to be paying Brian just to have fun sitting up here talking with him. And like I told you, if Brian tells you something, if he tells you son's purple polka dot, believe it. And Coach Joe Holloway, and we were more than happy to bring you this game, and we look forward because we love Jackson Christian Eagle basketball, don't we, Brian?
Absolutely, Coach. Having a blast up here tonight. 2 wins, a lot of excitement, and ready to do it again on Friday.
2 important announcements. Number 1, any rebroadcast, retransmission, or further use of this contest without the express written consent of Worthy Road Studios is prohibited. This is a copyright broadcast or copywritten broadcast, if you prefer that. And we want to tell all of you out there, thanks for your time. This time, till next time, good night all.